This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC Fight Week, Askren versus Maya, Bellator Fight Week, 2 Bellator fights, MMA news, Chris Guariglia from Triton Fights, Willliam Knight from CES, a big show tonight with the MMA. Holes. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here on another Wednesday night, Season 3, Episode number 42. We have a jam-packed show tonight. A lot of news to get to. We have Jon Jones and Conor McGregor, all this crazy stuff. But we're going to start off the show with a special guest tonight from Triton Fights. First time ever on the show. Jesse, you ready?
I'm ready, Moss.
Are you wonderful, wonderful?
I'm wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, we have our special guest coming in here, Chris Big Nog Guariglia. Welcome to the show, Chris. How are you tonight?
I am doing well. I think we got this technical difficulty done. And thank you guys for having me. I'm grateful for this opportunity to promote myself. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, well, listen, we saw you at the last Triton Fights. We've seen you a bunch of times at Triton Fights. We never had a chance to have you on the show. And it's a pleasure to have you here. Triton Fights is a great organization, and you are an up-and-coming fighter. So why not have the Big Nog on?
Yes. And so you know, I think we should tell them the story about how you were first introduced to me, because this would be hilarious.
All right, go for it.
All right. So it was my third fight where they had the weigh-ins at that Harley Davidson in Belmore. You were talking to my teammate, doing all this promotion stuff for Triton. My teammate was like, "Hey, we have Big Nog here." You're like, "Who?" Big Nog. And my team was like, "Big Nog." Then you're like, who? Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira. And you're like, everybody, we have Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira over here. Then you point to me. I look dehydrated. You're like, you look back at my teammate, and you're like, bro, that's not fucking funny. I'm trying to get some slack over here.
Yeah, it was one of the first times I was with Triton Fights over there doing the weigh-ins and meeting up with everybody. My head was in the clouds. And it was actually funny. Your teammate, what the fuck's his name?
Bobby Gasol.
Bobby, yes. Yeah, he was the one that was hamming it up the whole freaking time. He's something else, huh?
Yeah. He's one of the hardest working guys I know at that gym. He's harder working than me. So.
Well, you got a gym full of a lot of crazy killers over there at that gym. Now, this is Long Island MMA, if I'm not mistaken?
Yep.
Okay, and
Yep.
Ryan
Okay.
LaFleur is a coach over there, and you have a bunch of people fighting in Triton Fights, up-and-coming fighters that, damn, you guys look pretty good. What's the secret over there at that gym?
Hard work, dedication, great coaching staff, stuff that ain't broke, you don't fix it. If it is broke, everybody there are not yes men. Thank God. I think that's why I'm getting a lot better. They'll just tell you it sucks and tell you to get rid of it and work on what's going to make you better.
Now, we were looking through your record over here. You've been fighting with Triton Fights. First off, I would like to know what you think about the organization, Triton Fights.
I think it's an amazing organization, one of the best, well-rounded, well-run amateur organizations in New York, period. And amateurs, let's just face it, a lot of them, if I'm fighting, supposed to fight at 9 p.m. at night, I probably won't be fighting to 3 a.m. the next morning, because a lot of them, I heard, are not well-run at all. Mm-hmm. It's just terrible.
Yeah.
It's just terrible ran. And I'm apologizing for me talking like Porky Pig right now.
Are you nervous?
No, I just have a speech impediment.
Oh, shit. So tell me about the speech impediment. Is this something you grew up with, and is this what led you into fighting? Did you get bullied as a kid or anything like that? Or
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad when you can't help it and you sound like the end of a Looney Tunes cartoon.
Oh, my God. Listen, it's got to be tough, right? You grow up in school as it is. People are knuckleheads and they try to bust chops and make fun of people. And then you have something like this. It's got to be difficult. Did you have a lot of problems with classmates, like fighting and stuff like that at a young age?
Mainly in high school.
Oh, okay. And that's what led you to the sport?
Pretty much. I like to think so. Like, you're bullied, like you don't want to do team sports, you don't want to hang around with any of them. Me, I was basically that thing right there.
Sure.
And then I saw UFC Undisputed when it was on Spike TV back in the day, and I was like, wow, this looks cool. I want to do this.
And then here you are. Now you're 4-1.
So then it just, yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, you
Thank
look
God.
great. I tell you what, we've been watching your fights pretty much since the beginning over here, and you're killing it. You have one loss on your record, and this guy that you fought, Dylan Montello, is a beast. It's not like you lost to any scrub over here. Dylan Montello is the real freaking deal. Just went pro. Everyone else, you've been taking care of business. Tell me how you are able to perform so well. Is it that chip on that shoulder? Is it you trying to get back at those bullies, or is it just a whole new man right now?
A whole new man. Those bullies back in the day don't need anything.
Yeah.
They don't mean nothing to me right now. This is just for me. I don't need to get back at anybody. What was done is the past is the past. Now is now.
There you go. Now, we're live with Chris Guariglia. I'm probably saying the name wrong. I'm trying my best over here. He is on...
Don't worry.
All right, I'll try not to.
Saying that name right.
Guariglia.
I have family members who can't say my name right. Right, so.
Well, go give him a follow on Instagram. Chris_Big_Nog_Guariglia on Instagram. Go give him a follow over here. I see you have some memes over there. And the gym that you fight at, I tell you what, there is some big personalities over there, and you being one of those. Is there a lot of bull busting in that gym? What goes on behind the scenes?
It's a gym full of heavily testosterone men. Of course, there's gonna be a bunch of bullying over ball busting over there. It's just gonna be. It's just like, but it's like it's all good and good fun.
There you go. Now, Jesse, Chris, we've seen him fight a bunch of times. A big personality. You light up the room. Every time we come over there, you stand out more than anyone else over there. So it's fun to watch you fight and compete each and every time. Now, Sam Honig, you got this decision, a unanimous decision. You got the knockout over our friend Al Pringle over here. This is 2 in a row. How quickly are you looking to get back into the cage?
As soon as possible. I heard they're having a card on December 13th.
December 13th?
I want to get on that card so bad.
That's good stuff. Now, do you have your eyes set? I mean, you are 4-1 now. Are you looking at a strap in the near future? Is that what you're looking for?
Hey, if it happens, it happens, right? I can't make something happen. If they want to give it to me, my coaches think I'm ready. My team thinks I'm ready. I'll fight for a title. If not, get me a guy so I can earn it.
Now, we have 2 big stories in the news over here, Jon Jones and Conor McGregor. What do you think of these 2 fighters? Always in trouble over here, ups and downs in their careers. What could you say about Jon Jones and Conor McGregor?
Well, I can't really say nothing about Jon Jones since I'm an amateur and he's pound for pound the best of all time. But it's not like me being an amateur. I get injured. I have a job. I have a very tiny bit of money coming in. Fighting now is your job. You got to fight. Mm-hmm. You cannot just be like, oh, taking 2 years off and be like, try to stay relevant unless he's going to plan on like hitting people with cars and taking off. Conor McGregor, he's always going to be crazy after he just won that second title and fought Floyd Mayweather. He's just one of these fighters that have all the potential to be the best fighter that they could be. And he's off fighting old men in bars. and just getting hammered all the damn time off proper 12 whiskey.
Yeah, he seems like he's gone in the wrong direction, right? He was on top of the world and then nosedived. Now, go ahead.
These guys guys like that don't last. They try to be the role model. Those guys who are trying to be the role model, the next big thing, normally make their money and they bounce.
Yeah. Now,
hopefully I have the chance to fight until the moment I say, yeah, I probably shouldn't be doing this.
How old are you now? I didn't see on your Tapology. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25 years old. You're still young. Now you have 5 amateur fights. Is there a timeline on when you would like to go pro? I mean, you're on a little bit of a winning streak here, or are you taking your time?
I like to take my time. I like to make the team. I like to make my coaches decide that for me.
And with that, Jim, you have the right people in place to put you in the right situation. So I think you're in good hands. Now, Jesse's pulling some stuff from the chat over here. We're going to get to those questions in a second. I noticed you said something about Jon Jones being pound for pound the greatest. Jesse disagrees. And would you like to take him out right now, or are you going to let him slide?
Oh, I'm getting the resting bitch face already.
Wonderful.
Jesse, you want to add?
I believe that Jon Jones should not be in the UFC right now, given some of the things that we have encountered with regard to his career, with regard to cheating. I also believe that, given that Khabib has never cheated, he is an undefeated fighter. He has fought some incredible fights. I'll give you that Jon Jones has fought greats, but I think Khabib belongs at number 1.
Now, we got a donation coming over here from the chat.
I might not look like much now, but I'm drinking milk and someday I'm gonna be big and strong like Nogueira. So anyone gonna need an Uber later, I'm available.
So that was from Big Nog. Look at that. That's actually the real Big Nog over there. I mean, I don't know. Is that the real Big Nog, Jesse? What do you think?
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, Jesse's a big Khabib fan. She thinks Khabib should be pound for pound number 1. What do you think about that?
In some cases, she wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah.
But right now, we have to look like accolades. Yes, Jon Jones has that one loss to Matt Hamill when he did a 12-6 elbow. In some cases, plus, don't get this wrong, Jesse, I'm probably the biggest Khabib nut hugger there is. You watch my fights, it's basically the bootleg Canal Street version of him. But Abel Trujillo? No, not Abel Trujillo. Gleason Tebow. That fight is arguably the first fight, in some cases' eyes, you could say, like Tony Ferguson. Anybody who's a really hardcore fan of Khabib when he was started to come up, he arguably lost that fight. He got outstruck. He didn't land a single takedown, and Gleason Tebow took him down.
Mm-hmm.
The only way in the eyes of the judges is that he was the aggressor all the whole entire fight. So technically, if that went the other way, thank God it didn't, because maybe some sort of turn in events, he would not be here right now. He would not be where he is right now just because of that one loss. Jon Jones, even though he's I don't get you wrong, Jon Jones is pound for pound is the greatest fighter of all time. I'm not the biggest fan of him because of all that stuff outside the cage and all the bullshit he's going on. He is pound for pound number 1, no matter what ad hominem attacks we could throw at him.
That's a good point.
Nah, I disagree.
Oh, she says no. I like it. I like it. There you go. Chris Guariglia is live with the MMA-Holes fighting for Triton Fights. He's a 4-1 amateur fighter, and he's got a very bright upside. Now we're going to dip into the chat room. Jesse is pulling some questions here. Let's see what Jesse's got for you, Chris.
Have you ever used cannabis?
No, I'm in an old school Italian American household. If I even looked at it, I would have been kicked out of my house already.
So the answer is no.
Who wins, Gillespie or Lee?
Well, I train McGregor. I know how a hardworking guy he is, how much of a nut job he is. He is clearly going to win that fight. Lee, I don't know if he's going to get. I don't know if he has anything for Asahab. He's going to show him anything else different at this level. Lord knows, I may be wrong, but I'm team Gift 100% right now.
I tell you
I'm
what,
with ya.
Gregor Gillespie has such a buzz right now. He's
Yeah.
got like this. He doesn't like to do interviews or any of that stuff. He likes to fish, and he's very kind of quiet, kind of low key. But man, oh man, is he making some noise? Just moving up the rankings slowly like a silent killer over here. Do you think that he has a shot at Khabib?
Probably. He's crazy enough to do it.
It sounds like it.
I have PTSD from pro practice with him.
Really?
And then in 2018, a lot of people were showing up besides me and him. I remember those 5-minute rounds of Gregor just mowing me.
Wow.
It was not the best thing.
We got a donation coming in over here. Let's see what we got.
Hey, waving.
Oh,
waving,
there you go.
Waving.
That's PBR
Hello,
Street
Chris.
Gang, just waving. So if you'd like to, Chris, wave to PBR, there it is. It's Chris waving to PBR. Thank you for the donation. All right, Jess?
What is your timetable to make it to the big leagues?
Whenever it happens.
Whenever it happens. All right.
I'm not fighting for the money. If I fight for the money, I'm probably doing it for the wrong reasons right now.
All right. Fair enough. What weight class do you fight at? Says CC 2.0.
Lightweight, 155 pounds.
Do you plan on changing weight classes?
Oh, hold on. That thought. This is OG MMA-Hole calling.
Tell Bronson Balky Pinchot from the television show Perfect Strangers to watch whom he's calling a bitch. Also tell him to sub at Pulse Reloaded with his Alfalfa Widow's pick.
What? Well, that was terrible.
This is the pure result of self-promotion.
Yeah, he promoted himself, and then he called you Balky from Perfect Strangers. I don't know if you might be too young for that. Do you know Balky from Perfect Strangers? Yeah, you're better off not.
I Alfalfa Widow's Peak.
Have you ever got that before?
This is hilarious.
Wonderful.
All right. What else do we have from this crazy
So
ridiculousness?
Kainoto says this is a serious question. Does the commission question you about your impediment? Do they require tests and scans?
Wow, this is just terrible right now. No.
Now, what kind of question? How is that serious?
He said it was a serious question. He wasn't trolling.
Well, what does that have to do with fighting? He's not.
I don't know. I
He's not
asked
having a
him.
debate with the guy.
I'm feeling these are some of my teammates right now. These senseless bitches.
We can confirm he's a
Probably
knucklehead.
like Bobby or like a Sheik or somebody.
Dylan Darker says, who is your all-time favorite fighter?
Habib.
There you
Khabib.
go. You want to put the popcorn on? Or?
I agree with you on that.
All right, see, look at that. She's rocking it. We got a donation coming in.
I'm with you.
Oh, Shiat. Jihad.
Oh,
Get down.
no.
Karma collision. Bomb. Collision.
Listen, you're not a terrorist, right?
No.
Okay. See, that's
I
cleared
give
up.
that a lot. That's fucking sad.
A terrorist that knows MMA would be a scary thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Anything else from the chat here, Jesse?
All right. At what point should a fighter evaluate his career and call it a career, in your opinion?
When they are on a certain losing streak, they're getting KO'd. Maybe sometimes it's just time to call it quit. Like, it's sad, I know, but like you're getting KO'd 4 times in a row. Sometimes you gotta look yourself in the mirror and just realize this ain't for you.
There you go. It's a good answer.
And H wants to know what you will be dressing up as for Halloween.
Me, probably, right?
I don't like Halloween.
Oh. No.
What?
I hate Halloween.
Wow. So
I hate you then.
Why don't
I
you
used
like?
to work at a bar. I see some dumb outfits.
Oh, I can imagine.
It's just an excuse for people to get hammered. If you're my age.
Yeah.
Oh.
You must have seen some pretty slutty outfits though, coming in and out of a bar, working a bar, Halloween, girls half naked. No fun.
That's like the only good part, but like half the freaking shit that happens.
Yeah.
No.
No thanks, huh?
Yeah,
makes sense.
Especially you're all drunk and I have to look at you being a moron sober.
Yeah, I can see how that could be annoying. All right.
Fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I bet. Anything else from the chat, Jess?
That's all the good ones.
All right. Well, here's the deal. Let us know now. What can people look forward to in the future? Why should they watch a Chris Guariglia fight? A big nog fight. Why should they tune into your next fight?
Well, one, I'm always trying to look for the finish. A lot of people in modern day MMA today, they try to win, but if they can win and coast while they're doing it, they're going to do it. Me, you saw my fights. I have 3 wins by finish. And in my last fight, the ref was about to stop it 8 times. I'm always trying to finish a fight. Nobody else fights like me. Even though I'm a grappler, my fights are exciting. I got dropped my last fight. I popped up like a crackhead, and I ended up dominating the whole entire fight.
It was very entertaining to watch, and I am looking forward to see what's in store for you in your future.
And also, you guys got to make sure you guys are able to call my last fight, because my fight with Pringle, both your commentary were exciting.
Yeah, that was fun, man. That was a lot of fun. Al Pringle is nuts. He is absolutely crazy. Getting in the cage with him has got to be an interesting experience.
Oh my god.
We call him the
no offense to Al, I think he's an amazing person outside the cage, but when I looked at his record, I was like, the day of the fight, I was nervous. I was like, I better not fucking get caught by this motherfucker.
Oh, shit. You know, we always wondered that. Al Pringle is 1-10, for God's sakes. Now, great guy. Really, really great guy.
Very nice guy.
But 1-10. So, yeah, you don't want to be number 2, right?
Yeah. Good back for number 1.
Oh, man. Holy smokes. Well, listen, this was a lot of fun. We're looking forward to having you back. How about before your next fight, come back on? You're welcome back anytime, Chris.
All right. Now, since I'm hoping to get on the December card, you guys want to do it the week after the Wednesday after my fight?
Whenever's clever. You know how to find us. And any shout-outs to your sponsors and social media shout-outs, let us know now.
Well, one, I'd like to just thank my team at Long Island MMA for the interesting questions they put in the chat room right now. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Rich Schaefer, the head of the town of Babylon. He's a great guy, always supported me through my MMA career. And yeah, and I'd also like to thank, most importantly, Chris and Jesse, the MMA-Holes themselves, for allowing me to have this opportunity to get on your show.
We appreciate it. And good luck in the future, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there he is, Jess.
So
all right, Chris Guariglia, live on the MMA-Holes. That was fun, Jess. What do you think?
He is a very interesting feller.
As soon as we spoke to him in the last event, we were like, yeah, we got to have him on. He's fun. He's a lot of fun. He trains with a lot of crazy guys. He trains with Gregor the Gift Gillespie, for God's sakes. I mean, he's got a big fight coming up, Gregor. So good luck to Chris Guariglia. Go give him a follow on Instagram. It's Chris_BigNog. It has to be the longest freaking Instagram ever. Wait, what is it? Chris_BigNog_Guariglia. So there you go. All right, Jess. Let's get into the stories over here tonight, and thank you for joining us, as we do have another interview. We're going to have Willliam Knight calling in. Willliam Knight is fighting at CES. He just won in the Contender series. The UFC gave him a contract, and now he's going to fight. It's a developmental contract, and he's going to be fighting in CES, and we'll see what's next for him on Friday. But we have some big stories over here with Jon Jones, and I guess let's start with that. Jon Jones once again in the news. And what's going on? He's leaving the UFC, or what is he doing? Taking a break?
I mean,
what's going on with this guy?
Well, we don't really know. But according to MMA Mania, Jon Jones says that he's really bored with lame contenders like Dominic Reyes, and he might take 2 years off from the UFC. Light heavyweight champ Jon Jones is no stranger to lengthy absences from MMA thanks to his failed drug tests and personal legal drama, but this might be the first time Bones has ever stopped or stepped away for an extended period of time by his own choosing, the curse of being a champion so dominant that nothing is able to get him motivated to compete. He said on Twitter, quote, "Sometimes I think about sitting out and just training for the next 2 weeks, then coming back and challenging the light heavyweight who's been the most dominant. Really not sure when I'll be fighting next. Feel like I have nothing to gain by beating Dominic. I've actually felt that way about my last 2 opponents. I'm having a hard time even talking shit to this last dude. They all say the same lame shit. I want a fight to be excited about." Jones was expected to fight undefeated division contender Dominic Reyes, who improved his record to 12-0 by turning away former UFC middleweight champ Chris Weidman in the UFC Boston main event last weekend on ESPN2. There has also been talk of Jones moving up to heavyweight to fight either Stipe Miocic or Francis Ngannou, or even current 185-pound champ Israel Adesanya, but the promotion doesn't seem to be in any big hurry to pull the trigger. Maybe that vacation doesn't sound like a bad idea after all.
I think he's running from Dominic Reyes, Jesse.
I think he's running. So too.
He's running. He's running scared. Or maybe he has a point. maybe he's bored. Maybe he's so far ahead of the competition that he's bored. He says he wants a super fight. He needs something here. Now, the interesting thing was he was saying on Twitter that not too long ago that big news to come, a big fight announcement, and that just fizzled. That went away. What do you think that was? Do you think he was full of shit? Do you think there was rumbling?
He was just trying to keep people interested. Maybe he was in talks with the UFC for a big fight and it didn't pan out the way that they wanted it to, and perhaps he just kind of let that die down because, if there's no confirmation on it, if there's no contract, then what's the point of continuing the hype,
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with Jon Jones. All I know is I am looking forward to seeing him get back into the cage. I really want to see him compete really soon because, honestly, whether you like him or you hate him, it's just fun, man. Leading up to the Jon Jones fight, it's always a good time, going back and forth with the haters and the non-haters. And when it comes down to it, whether he's the picograms or not, it's always interesting to see who is going to be that next person to try to dethrone him. Are they going to be close? And with that last fight that he had, I got to say this. I mean, he was really pushed to the limit. I wasn't too nervous because I feel that he fights down to his opponent's level. And he's one of the best in the game, if not the best. And I think he is the best in the game right now. So he needs to get back into the cage. I need it. Do it for me, John. You think he'll get back in before the year's up? You think they'll squeeze him in, or
probably
that's
not?
It?
No, I think the next time we're going to see him in the cage is going to be 2020.
2020, and I'm going to have to agree with you. What do you guys and gals think of Jon Jones being bored with contenders like Dominic Reyes? What's your thoughts? Let us know in the chat.
Kainoto says Reyes slept Weidman, but don't be mistaken, Weidman just made him look good. Reyes is nowhere near Jones's level. Steelers Respect says, what's up, Moss and Jesse?
What up?
Fuzzy Bunny says Brian Ortega, embarrassing. 3P says Jones is quitting because of the Tony Boogeyman, or because of Tony the Boogeyman. Jones apologized and deleted his comment. Now also wants to take a break. He's scared like how Jones scared of his coach in the street fight.
Oh.
Fuzzy Bunny says, I love Jess. I love you too. Pedophilia poke for poke, picogram Jones the GOAT. Kainoto says Johnny Walker or Rumble or bust.
Yeah, I mean, the Johnny Walker coming up the rankings. Johnny's got a tough fight. Was he on 244 he's fighting? Is that the next one?
I think so, yes. I think he's got one coming up here soon.
So Johnny's going to be fighting at Corey Anderson? The Nips? Is he fighting Nips? I think he's fighting Nips at 244 next weekend. So, that's someone to look out for. If Johnny Walker gets the win, you're talking. Now we're talking here. Dominic Reyes is a guy that we should be talking about as well. It was Corey, right?
Yeah, Corey.
Dominic Reyes is he's legit. The guy's undefeated. Was he 12-0? He just knocked out Chris Weidman. I know he's a middleweight going up, but still he did knock out a former champ. And the sky's the limit for Reyes. I think Jon Jones wants to get paid. I don't think he's bored or anything like that. I think he is way above the competition, but I think he wants to get paid. He needs a dance partner to help him get the real big bucks. He said he wants a super fight. I don't blame him. When you say you want a super fight, I think Francis Ngannou. That's like the guy that just jumps into my head. Or you could say, Stipe Miocic, let that happen. But I feel that trilogy is going to happen, so you push Stipe aside. Francis Ngannou is something that would be spectacular.
Well, I did come across something about Jones and Francis Ngannou.
On the news?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into that story then, while we're on the topic of bones.
Oh, right. Let me just find it.
I'm scrolling too. I'm scrolling. By the way, William Knight's going to be coming on at the 10 o'clock hour, so under 30 minutes.
Oh, maybe I didn't put it on here.
All right, so what it was...
well, it was basically just about how Jon Jones, kind of leading into the whole him being bored thing, he would rather take up Ngannou than anybody else if he were to take up a fight anytime soon.
Now, I would love to see that fight, but it would really suck if he lost to Ngannou. I don't want Ngannou to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Ngannou beats Jon Jones, it kind of takes that mystique away from him, for me. You know what I'm saying?
Love it.
I mean, he can go up to heavyweight. He's like, I lost to heavyweight. I'll go back down and defend my belt, a la Max Holloway. But think about what happened to Max Holloway. Max Holloway goes up and he fought a guy he fought before, but still, by going up to 155, and then his streak is put to an end, not at 145, but his winning streak comes to an end. And now he goes back down to 145. We kind of don't give a shit about Holloway anymore. It's a good, Volkanovski's a good fight, but that Max Holloway run, this guy's the real deal. Him losing to Poirier again, I'm like, I don't care. I feel if Jon Jones goes up and loses to Francis Ngannou, it's like, oh, fuck. We kind of lost it, you know? If he loses to Stipe, at least he loses to a guy that is one of the best heavyweights of all time, you know? But losing to Ansis Ngannou? What am I saying? Francis Ngannou. Hello.
Wonderful.
You know
wonderful.
what? Let's just beat the ceiling since I'm fucking flipping words around. Boom! 50 likes. Let's do it. We'll clear the brain with some fucking fist bumping. How about that, Jess?
I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes.
Anus Ngannou.
MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You've got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
I don't think I could say that again. Ansis? What did I say? Ansis Ngannou? I don't know what the fuck I said. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to see that. I mean, I do want to see it. It'd be fun, but if he loses, I'd be really bummed. I don't want Ngannou to
I want to see it, and I want to see
him lose.
Jon Jones lose.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
You're probably not in the minority.
Yeah.
I would believe that. By the way, there's a story on here on the website that I saw NH threw up. It was a rematch of Pettis versus Cowboy. You down? You like that?
I do, actually. I'm very interested to see this one. Actually, it's funny because I was thinking about who would Cowboy's next fight be in the lightweight division, and I just couldn't come up with one that would make sense. And I actually like this a lot. I like the rematch. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch this run back. So shout out to that. Shout out to NH throwing it on the MMAHoles.com. Also, something that finally came about was Aldo will be fighting again. You know, he got a new contract, and it is at 135. What do you think about this one?
You spoiled that one.
Moraes versus Aldo. Now, listen, you have the article about it. I mean, we can get into that story.
No, it's fine. We can skip
but
it.
just that this is the fight, right? This is the fight that's going to happen. Aldo versus Moraes. Brasilia going at it. Do you like this fight?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I like it. I think it's interesting to see Aldo go down.
Go down on who?
On Moraes.
On Moraes.
Yeah,
Oh,
go down on him.
Wonderful.
I would like to see Aldo's performance here. I don't know if this is going to aid him or make him worse off, but the only way we're going to know is to see it. And I think Moraes is a hell of a fighter. It was unfortunate to see him lose to Cejudo because I love him. I love Moraes. I think he's fantastic. So I think this is going to be an interesting fight.
Well, I can't wait to see him go down on Moraes. You know, it's going to be great.
Wonderful.
I don't like 135 for Aldo. I'm just going to throw it out there.
I like it out of curiosity.
Now, Frankie Edgar, another one that's going to 135, right? It looks like he's cutting and he's seriously thinking about it. We made this joke before. Frankie can't escape Aldo. Like Aldo is the Achilles heel to Frankie Edgar. And it's like, here we go. Frankie's going down. Aldo is going down. It's like Frankie can't escape this guy.
Yes.
You know, so I don't know how I feel about these older guys going down dramatically. Like, I mean, I guess I could see Frankie because he's a little guy, but Aldo seems like it's a tough time to get to 145.
Yeah. It seems to me like he doesn't really have any concerns when they interviewed him and stuff. So, I'm not really worried about that. I honestly think he'll be fine. Like I said, out of curiosity, I think it's an interesting fight.
All right. We'll see what happens. That'd be interesting if Aldo becomes the 135-pound champ. If that happens, I mean, good for him. All right, so the Greg Hardy situation, Jesse?
Yeah, so we kind of discussed this a little bit already. It's not really old news. It's just something that we haven't really delved into on the main channel. We talked about it a little bit on the second channel. That Greg Hardy did accept a fight with Alexander Volkov at UFC Fight Night 163 this November. As we all know, Volkov's opponent did end up pulling out for the Moscow card. So, Junior Dos Santos pulled out. So Greg Hardy will be stepping in. And it was actually Hardy's idea to step in and take this fight. And I think part of the reason is because he kind of wants to redeem himself here after the Inhaler Gate. So this is the best way to do it. He's going to be headlining that card.
Okay. So we spoke about this a little bit on the second channel, not the MMA Holes. Link in the description. And, okay. I have a lot of thoughts on this. All I know is right off the bat, I think, well, Hardy's going to lose. Like, he's losing.
I think that I don't think he can keep up with Volkov's cardio. I don't think so.
He is fucked. That's what I think. I think he is fucked. Now, I think it's a badass move. I really do. I think he's like, screw it. You don't like the inhaler thing? I'll step in. Now, why is Ngannou not fighting Volkov? I guess it's dangerous for Ngannou because if Ngannou loses that fight, he's not in the mix anymore. So I guess Francis decided, no, I'm going to hang around. He's been bitching and complaining that he doesn't have a dance partner. Now he's not saying a goddamn thing.
And Hardy will be more ready.
Yeah, so
Ngannou, I don't think he would be ready. And Hardy just came off of a fight. He just came out of a training camp. He's probably more athletically ready than Ngannou would be at that point.
I can't believe I'm going to say this. I know people could be like, Mystic Moss, what are you talking about? Why would you say something like this? He's a horrible man. He's beaten up women and he was a cowboy, for God's sakes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
But I kind of want Hardy to beat him. I want him to go to Russia, and I want him to knock him out. I don't know why.
I kind of don't.
Why?
I like Hardy. I liked him when I saw him in the Contender series, but lately, the more I've seen of him, I want them to stop hyping him up so much. I want to see him go through the same process that a lot of other fighters had to go through, where they had to earn their way up and not just be handed something because of their name or where they came from. This guy, like I said before, still shows so many amateur skills that need to be worked on in his fighting style. And I don't think it's right for them to just completely promote him to a main card.
Yeah.
A main card, let alone a main event
now
against Volkov.
Listen, I don't think he's a good guy. After a bunch of the fights that we've witnessed, you can tell. I mean, there's some shady shit going on here. I don't know. I don't know the guy personally. I don't know any of his business. I really don't. I'm just judging by what I see and read. And it's just not very positive, With that being said, there's some reason I kind of want to watch him win. And I don't know why.
I can understand it, though.
Maybe it's to piss people off. I don't know. Maybe it's I don't know. It's just funny seeing him go over to Russia and knocking out, coming in short notice, shutting everyone up about the inhaler and knocking out. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Volkov is going to beat him.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting to me to see what happens. Like, what do you do with Greg Hardy then? Conor Hernandez.
Stop this Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Choo-choo. We'll see what Conor says.
Hey, how are my holes today? Clinking beer mugs. Love you guys. Thank you JBH and Moss for every damn stream. You guys are the real MVP. Disappointed face. And as usual, fuck Paulo Costa and Fuku. Who? Brazil baby.
There you go. Conor Hernandez fired up tonight. Thank you for the wonderful, wonderful donation.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And thank you for your generosity. Everyone that donated, thank you for your generosity. So let's look at heavyweight. Stipe Miocic. Okay. So Volkov sits at number 7. Greg Hardy's not even ranked, right? So you got Greg Hardy coming in. If he beats Volkov, now you're talking about this knucklehead's thrown right into the mix of all this shit. I mean, it really ruffles the whole division up, I know people don't like Greg Hardy. He's got a shady background. He's got a checkered fight history. But here we are. He's stepping in. No one else wanted to step in. He's literally saving this card. There are people that bought tickets to this card in Russia. He's stepping in. He's saving the card. And listen, he's going into hostile territory, fighting a guy that's ranked number 7, an unranked former football player is going in and they're like, fuck it, I'm going to go. I think it's a badass move. I really do. Fuck people that disagree with me. Fuck them all. Jesse, what do you think? All right, what about opening those boxes up later on? You pumped up about that?
Yes.
Check this out. Behind us, these boxes are from you. It looks like more village pieces. Jesse will open these boxes at the end of the stream. Let's see what the people in the chat say about Greg Hardy versus Volkov. I'm curious to see your opinions.
Lalo says his throat was a balloon. Dapper Dave. They are putting Hardy through the paces like Brock Lesnar. Duke Chronic says Volkov Darsh guy. Always looking at Salves says gifts. 2 joints. Is it Christmas? Jeremiah says Aldo's on the downslope. Love Aldi, but he is. Pedophilia says white girls when they have a pregnancy announcement. Quote, I'm vaping for 2 now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yikes. Let's see. Aunt H says, JBH, I hope your Halloween package got there this time. Actually, Aunt H is funny to say that I called the UPS store today and I told them, listen, you guys sent a notification, so you obviously got it. So I need you to look around for it. And luckily the guy that I had on the phone with me was very willing to do so, and he found it. He found a package. I'm hoping it's yours. We'll find out when we open it, but I'm pretty sure it's yours.
All right. Well, I'm hoping we could see some lines on the Hardy fight. I see people in the chat saying, I'm definitely betting on Volkov, and I think that's a good bet if the line's close. I can't see it being close, though. Let me see if it's over here.
Oh, Sean Hart, be careful opening your package because there's a little goodie in there for you. But if you're using a blade, do it like right at the very edge so you don't mess anything up.
Let's see. Let me know if you see Volkov. I see Volkanovski. Volkov versus Hardy. Do you see it over here? Am I missing it?
Wait, which one are you looking for?
Volkov versus Hardy.
You can't stop this.
We have a donation coming in. It's Conor Hernandez.
Tell you what, Greg Hardy has some balls. Don't like the guy. You hit women, you are a douchebag. If he's changed, then good for him. I think he'd have a better shot at Derek Lewis. I think even if Hardy loses, his stardom won't go down at all.
Yeah, I completely agree with what Conor said. He does seem like he's a lowlife. He really does. I don't know. I don't know his deal. I don't know what's going on with him. But it does seem like he's a little shady. With that being said, he has to have balls of steel to go over to Russia on short notice and take this fight. It is a crazy leap for him. Really a big leap in competition. So it's interesting. It's a very interesting fight. There's no lines on it on BetDSI. I'm going to keep an eye on it. But if you do want to place a bet, the line should be there soon. There's some fights this weekend. Maya versus Askren will be reacting to that shite. There's a lot of shit this weekend, Jess. There's 2 Bellator events. There's the UFC event. There's CES. We're going to be covering CES. There's a Bellator event that night as well. Then in the morning, we're going to be streaming from the hotel doing our live fight reaction. And then we're going to drive home and then do the Bellator fight. How do you feel about all this? It's a lot.
I just am excited to keep my brain distracted.
That's dedication right there.
I like packing in a bunch of stuff so I don't have any time to myself. I like that. It makes me happy.
There you go.
Yeah.
I feel like you got hit with a horse tranquilizer today.
I feel like I got beat up pretty bad today.
Yeah?
Yeah. But no, I'm just chilling.
You should be sipping on, you got the wine calm you down. Should be sipping on your coffee, your Timeless CBD coffee.
I should be.
The answer to everything. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, let's play a word. Let's get into our sponsors real quick, and then we're going to talk about the Conor McGregor stuff. The BMF belt, apparently he has ties to that. Makes me want to vomit. I'm going to give you my opinion on that. And Jesse, there are some sponsors, and we're going to get Willliam Knight on the phone for the Fighting at CES Contender Series. Willliam Knight got the big win. But let's get into our sponsors real quick. If you want to place a bet, how do you do it?
Just because you're not in Vegas doesn't mean you can't bet on MMA and UFC. BetDSI offers online wagering and has been paying winners for 20 years. Use the link in the description with promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 100% bonus match as well as $25 as a welcome bonus today. BetDSI also offers betting options for everything including NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all the major sports, politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. We play there ourselves and recommend BetDSI if you want ads and some fights or any other sports you are watching. Once again, go to BetDSI with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get a limited time 100% bonus offer as well as $25 as a welcome bonus to make some extra cash in the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet it at BetDSI.
All right, promo code MMA-Hole. Yeah. Oh, this helped me today. Helped me a lot, Jesse.
Do you put your body to the test day in and day out? Do your muscles feel so stressed and fatigued that it hurts just to get out of bed in the morning? Whether you're a rigorous athlete or a hard worker, you want to buy a massage gun that provides the best therapy in the market. Theragun provides an all-in-one massage and recovery tool. Theragun helps you release muscle tension, soreness, and recover faster. Use the link in the description below and start using a deep muscle massage treatment unlike anything you've ever felt. Again, head over to Theragun.com with the link in the description below and start feeling better, moving better, and recovering faster with tension and soreness relief.
Jesse, when we were at the gym, a guy came up to me. He was talking about shoulder pain. I have a ton of shoulder problems. 3 surgeries and a broken collarbone.
That guy talks to you about the same thing every day.
Yeah. And I brought up the Theragun. I said, listen, you stretch, you do all this stuff. There's something missing. Because he's always saying he's in pain. Use the Theragun. Now I'm walking around preaching. I should be, Theragun should hire me. Like, I know they're our sponsor, and it's very nice. They're very generous to give us the gun and sponsor us. But I think I should work for them. Because everywhere I go, I'm telling them, use the Theragun. It's going to help you. Trust me on this. Today, my legs, they feel like shite. Theragun. Beautiful thing. All right, let's go into the next sponsor over here. Sticker Mule. Ba-ba-da-da, jolly music.
Do you own a business, event, or organization and are looking for the most efficient tools for marketing and advertising? Sticker Mule offers easy online ordering with a 4-day turnaround and free online proofs with free shipping. Use the link to Sticker Mule in the description below and get incredible promotional materials such as durable and waterproof vinyl stickers, coasters, magnets, customized tape, labels, bumper stickers, and more. Sticker Mule offers full-color printing at the highest quality that you deserve. Free shipping, free online proofs, fast production, satisfaction guaranteed. We use Sticker Mule for all of our marketing needs, and we've never been happier with the products that we receive. Visit Sticker Mule with the link in the description today.
Yeah, Sticker Mule. They do it right. They really do it right, Jesse. The stickers are still up in our neighborhood. I don't know who put them up there, but shame. That's not legal. I'm going to sip on this coffee, Jesse. I'm going to let the CBD kick in. I wish I knew where I got this CBD, Jesse.
Timeless CBD sees a gap in the industry between quality and affordability. This is a CBD company that strives to make top-notch products at prices people can afford. All of Timeless CBD's products are carefully handmade at their facility. Each and every batch is third-party tested. Visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description and get your hands on only the best CBD products such as full-spectrum oils, gummies, peen salves, freezes, BCAAs, and more. Use promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, for up to 20% off of your entire order. We use Timeless CBD on a daily, and we haven't felt this good in years. We recommend Timeless CBD to anyone seeking treatment for numerous conditions. Once again, visit Timeless CBD with the link in the description using promo code MMA-Hole, all one word, and get up to 20% off of your entire purchase.
All right, Timeless CBD is indeed wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Okay, so we are going to have Willliam Knight here on in 5 minutes. We'll give him a call, and he's going to join us. The last time Willliam Knight was on the show, man, it was a while ago. We haven't had him on in a while. A quick story before we have him on. This channel started 3 years ago. We linked up with an organization called Premier FC. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but I know a little bit more, maybe a smidge more. And there were a handful of fighters that I got to interview in the beginning. One was Willliam Knight. And the guy was one of the sweetest guys I've ever met. He's very mean looking, though. If you see him in person, check this out. I'll show you. Hold on a second. Here he is. He's fighting at CES, number 59, at the Twin Rivers Casino. But check this out. I think he works out. Think he works out? I don't know. Now, he fought in the Contender series. We did a fight reaction to it. We've lost our shit. Went crazy. This guy he's an animal. He's a goddamn animal. He's coming on. He's going to tell us how he gets all his power. Look at this guy. What the fuck? How the hell is this man? Look at this guy. Look, what the fuck? All right.
Gaylord.
I don't know what the hell was just going on there. Anyway, Willliam Knight's going to be on in a couple of minutes, and we have a lot of history with him. He's been on twice, and this is his third appearance. We're looking forward to see what happens here. He was on the Contender series. He got a knockout. Dana White's like, I got to give this guy a contract. He wound up giving him a developmental contract. I think that's what it's called. And now he's fighting in CES to show the boss on Fight Pass, the main card, that he is the real deal and he deserves to be on that roster. Do you see the BBC? You want to see it again, guys? I know. Oh, Jesse here. Jesse didn't get a chance to see this. Before Willliam gets on, Jess, check this out. Okay, here's Willliam. And watch what's going on here. He's very muscular. Reminds me of me. I always tell Willliam that he reminds me of me with my shirt off. Like we could be brothers. Right? Look at that. Look at his junk. Look at his junk, Jesse. Look at it. It's flopping all over the place. Look at that thing.
Impressive.
That's the first question, right? Is that the first question for Willliam? Do you think? What do you think? You want to ask him? You want to, when we get him on, be like, hey, tell me.
What's the question?
What's up with the junk? What's the junk video? What's that about?
All right, I'll ask him.
What's going on? What's the deal?
Gaylord.
I guess if you got it, flaunt it, right? I guess that's it. All right, let's tease a little bit. Actually, we'll talk about the card, and then on the other side of William's interview, we'll do the Conor story. But the card this weekend, are you getting any more excited about this card coming up?
Yeah, I started doing the fight briefing last night. So, of course, as with any fight briefing, the more I learn about the matchups, the more exciting it gets for me. The prelims I haven't really looked too much into, so I can't really say the same. But the main card, I'm starting to grow a little bit more of an interest for the main card this weekend.
And it is on at a weird hour. It starts at 8 a.m. Eastern time. So you get some morning UFC. Morning wood? No? Would that be considered morning wood? No, right? No. Will I have morning wood while we're doing our fight reaction? What's the over-under on that, Jesse?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the chat's probably rooting for it too, right? Wouldn't you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty funny bit.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right, Jesse, I got to take a piss before the interview.
Okay.
Very professional of me. See what's going on in the chat. I'll be right back.
Sure. CC 2.0 says, someone needs to start with the flying knee. J Mass says, maybe he injected his junk with steroids. Carnival goers have no respect for people that live there, says, Jess has the runs. No, I don't. But if you said that a couple days ago, maybe I would have said yes. But no, not tonight. Main event, who you got, JBH? I can't tell you until tomorrow. Tune in for Fight Briefing, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be live, and I will tell you who I've got and why I've got them. But I did make a pick already for the main event. As I'm going through the main card, I've finally got all my picks down. So now I'm just tuning up the notes, and then, yeah, it's going to be good. Who do you want to win? Honestly, I think it'd be interesting to see Maia win. Because I've always liked Damian Maia. I've always had, like, a weird draw towards Damian Maia. And I think it'd just be funny. Askren comes into the UFC and takes 2 losses immediately. I think that'd be hilarious. But, so yeah, I want Maia to win. But I'll tell you who my picks are tomorrow. Just, you might have 2 Halloween packages from us of the same thing because we reordered and sent it through the mail. So, Ann, I think if you reordered it, you can just go to Amazon and cancel it before it ships, and they won't charge you if that's the case. This way we won't get 2 of the same thing, and you're not paying extra money. You know, it would just make sense that way.
All right. I'm going to give Mr. Willliam a call. Okay. Should get pull his number up. And we're going to get into this interview. And shout out to the Pistons. They got the first game, first win. Yes.
Nice.
1-0, undefeated. The undefeated Detroit Pistons. All right, where the hell is his number? I should have had this linked up, but what the fuck?
You want me to type it?
Well, look at this. The new Instagram is black. I'm completely blacked. Okay, here it is. I think it's just go like this. And let's get... No, that's not him. Is that it?
Type it?
Is that it over there? Yeah, it's him. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give him a call. We're calling up Willliam Knight right now to come back onto the show over here. The Nightmare. Pew, pew. That's right. What a production.
Hello?
Can I speak to Mr. Willliam Knight, please?
This is Jim Bob.
Hey, Jim Bob. How's it going?
Good.
What's going on, William?
Chilling.
Long time no speak, man. You have a big fight. Thank you for making some time to coming on to the show.
Definitely.
All right. So listen, before you came on, we had to do a little research. I have my co-host here, Jesse, as well.
I got to see your junk.
I don't know if you're aware, but on your Instagram, you're doing some sort of shrugs or something like that, and your penis is flopping all over the place. Can you explain what's going on here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You think we're just being perverts over here? You think that's what it is?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We'll leave it at that. William, thank you for coming on here. We told the people at CES that we'd be clean with you, so I guess we got to clean up this interview a little bit. Let's go that way. How you been?
Been good, man. Just chilling, waiting for my moment. Ready to kill a human being, you know?
Well, I don't know what that's like, but I'm going to live through you. I'm going to watch you. I mean, you have been killing it. You are undefeated, 5-0. You are on... We haven't had a chance to talk about the Contender series. I know you've been asked a million questions about this, but I haven't spoken to you about it. Tell me about this Contender series. What an amazing fight. You had a tough time, and then all of a sudden you came back, got the finish. Explain what went on in that fight.
Really, you've been cage-sizing my fight. You see how I like to start my fights. So, it should come to no surprise. Put myself in a situation, because sometimes you got to grind out your opponent. And as for him, he just wanted to, he didn't want to strike. I already knew he wanted to clinch. I knew he wanted to try to take me down. I knew he wanted to keep me pressured against the cage. So it was like, there we go again. You would think I would engage in that because I'm a wrestler, but I don't. I like to try to keep it standing as long as possible.
Well,
so with that, it was just like, all right, I know what's to come. And things he didn't like, clearly he reacted in the clinch or in grappling. So that whole experience was different. It was like not more so fighting another Terrence, because I feel Terrence had more pressure, but it was like Terrence's fight got me ready for that moment.
Well, I got to say this. When you came into this Contender series, you had nothing but confidence. I had this weird feeling, though, that the UFC was really pushing for this guy. I feel like they were trying to bring you in like, oh, he's going to run over Mr. Knight, and we're going to give this guy a contract. He's got his foreign following and all this stuff here. And you kind of spoiled the party. Did you have that feeling, too?
I thought I was the only one, but a lot of people felt like they wanted this guy to beat me. I feel like I was brought in to lose, but that wasn't the case. People got to understand, most of my fights I was brought in to lose to the champ, and I took home the belt. So
that was all right. So we got it right here. It was really bizarre. We see this guy coming in here. It looked like Dana's eyes are wide and watching this guy. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? You walk in and you just stole the show over there. Did you have that little like? How did that feel though? When you get this finish, I mean,
they come in the next Alexander Gustafsson and stuff. I'm like, damn, I don't get nothing. I'm just this kid from Connecticut trying to get a chance in the UFC, but I'm like, damn, he didn't even say that, this kid is born in Manchester Hospital. I was born in Manchester Hospital, so it'd be cool to see a fighter from my hometown or from where I was born, the cycle loops around. Like, it started here and then it ends here or whatever, but nah, they were like, when one Swedish guy is down, we have another one coming. I'm like, oh, they're really gunning for this guy.
Oh, man.
Whoa, I want to steal the spotlight in like 2 seconds.
So now, what does it feel like? You're walking to the cage here. You're in Vegas, the whole thing. You got Dana White sitting cage side. Did it affect you in any way? It was just another day at the office?
Just another day, man. Just like my little cousin that I've been training. I tell him all the time, what we do here on the mats is no different from what we do in the cage, except for in the cage you can go 100% and you don't got to see this person again. So that whole experience, regardless of who, is just another walkout, just me getting greased up, me just stalking down my opponent and doing what I do best.
It is so refreshing to see someone coming out of like an organization fighting at a Premier FC, the local scene over here. And what you've just you took 1 million fights. You stay so busy over here. You go pro. You're undefeated. Within 4 fights, you're in front of Dana White, or 5 fights, in front of Dana White, fighting on the Contender series. Now you get the win, and he gives you this. Is it a developmental contract, or what is this going? What did he give you over here?
Yeah, so you got to think about it. 10 weeks in a show and only 1 development contract was given out. Wouldn't you think that's a special contract? So the development contract literally is them taking the time, sending me opponents and helping me develop as a fighter. So now I get to fight in the local scene, but I actually get opponents that are going to show up, opponents that are actually going to take fights, and I'm actually getting the recognition and the time of the higher people investing in me compared to me doing it myself. So now their development team was like, yeah, let's not let this guy go as a free agent. Like that's not going to be a smart thing on our end because the kid has talent. So let's lock him in some way, somehow. And that's how they locked me in, was with the development contract.
Okay. Now, did you feel that this was the right move, or do you feel that you should have been thrown right into the UFC? How did you feel from this decision?
You and I both know this. Development contract, the UFC contract. I told everybody I was going to get a development contract because I've been watching since week 1, and most fights, even though people won, people didn't get contracts. The people who did get contracts, they wowed Dana or they're seasoned. They're like, okay, they're 13 and this, or they've been fighting a long time. Dude, I've only been a pro a year and 6 months, 3 months, and I've only been at Emmy so long.
You're still young in the game. It's crazy. I mean, how quickly you racked up those wins at pro. You have so much experience at amateur with kickboxing and mixed martial arts. You have so many tools. You are a unique fighter as well. I mean, your cardio, you pack on all this muscle, but yet you can go a gazillion rounds here. What's your secret on holding that muscle yet having all that cardio?
I don't know where people get the aspects from. Like, having muscle doesn't mean that you lack cardio. I mean, I guess the oxygen is needed and whatnot, but I mean, as my lung capacity increases, I really don't know how to break it down, but don't mistake an athlete compared to a bodybuilder. Like, these people build on pack. They pack on and pack on muscle. I'm not a bodybuilder. I lost weight. I was 297. I lost weight. This is what my frame retained underneath, and this is how I look. No enhancements, no supplements, none of that crazy shit. I know you see me take pictures with some of them shits, but, like, yeah, it's just pictures. I sit here and then I grind and I do what I got to do. So it's like, who's anyone to tell me that I have all this muscle? Yeah, I'm sized for my height, I guess. But if you think about it, it's like, I've been grinding for how long? And it's like, I built to it. Like, over time, when you stretch the muscle out, eventually the muscle is going to be able to expand more. So over time, I just been working cardio. Like, that's it. Even skinny dudes get tired. Like, it's not just us. So it's like, it's not just us. It's like, it's just cardio in general. It's cardio in general. It isn't the size of this person, the size of that person. It's just how you carry yourself or how you do everything. So me, I work on my conditioning, and really I just work on my striking. I don't really touch my grappling because I'm confident in my grappling.
We've seen your grappling. I've seen you dump a man on his head, and you literally lifted this man up in the air and flung him on his head. I was like, oh my God, I think he's dead. I couldn't even believe the things I've seen you do in the cage, and your athleticism for your size is amazing. You're flying your knees. Now, tell me about these knees here. I mean, what is going on? You have these mighty knees that's and it showed in the Contender series. Are you constantly practicing this knee?
No, I mean, it's really a joke thing. Like, I play around with people because I'm always training my Muay Thai. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I train my Muay Thai a lot, and every time we get in clinch, these dudes, like, they're smaller than me, like Hector. You have freaking Aaron, Sammy. You got these dudes, my coach, they can sweep me. So they sweep me because they catch me off guard most times, but I'll sit here and just joke around and be like, yo, I could throw this knee at any time I want now that I'm pro, and I'll just jump in the throw, and I'll be like, yeah, and then we joke around with it. They're like, yo, one of these days you're going to hit me with it. I was like, nah, I'll never use it on nobody in here. And then one of my teammates came to me and was like, Will, don't take this the wrong way, but tell me why I had a dream of you throwing your knee through your opponent's face at the Contender series. And I was like, I don't know, maybe I might do it. Who knows? He's like, all I do is see you play around, and then near the end of the buzzer, you're always throwing that knee. I'm like, I don't know why. I just want to get that last hit in, and it got to be something crazy that you'll never expect. And then as the round came, I was like, you know what? This dude keeps clinching me, but he's stepping forward. I missed in the second round. As you've seen, I went for it twice. I missed it because he was going backwards. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to land some hits. He's going to pressure forward. As he goes forward, I'm going to leap up at the same time he steps forward. So the timing came with the front step, and I just leaped, just jumped up, like no bending the knees, nothing. I just sprung up and threw the knee, and it caught him. I was like, yeah!
That was something. Did you have family there?
Yeah, I had some family there and some friends. Like, I had Kip there, some friends, crew, stuff like that. So.
Now, we have a donation that came in over here. Let me play this real quick. I'm not sure if you're familiar with our ridiculous audience, and Jesse's going to pull some questions from the chat. We're here with Willliam Knight. He's fighting at CES 59, Twin Rivers Casino this Friday. It's going to be an exciting night, and this is from Ethiopian Phenomenon. Let's see what he has to say.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Okay.
Ask him advice on what I should take for my first cycle. How does he plan on passing USADA?
Now, okay, I'm sure you get this all the time. I'm sure you get people saying, oh my God, he's on steroids, he's so big, this and that. But you did fight in front of Dana White at the Contender Series. What is the drug testing like for the Contender Series?
Dude, that drug testing is no joke. They drug test you before and after. And so far, they came to my house already. I don't think I'm supposed to speak on this, actually.
Oh, here you can say whatever you want.
I think maybe I can. I don't know, but they've already drug tested me. They come to my house. If anything was to show up, I would already got tagged like that dude the week before me. So at the end of the day, I do get it a lot because, and I'll say it because I have a live audience that listens, and I don't care how they react. They are called lazy Americans. So let me put it in perspective what a lazy American is. Years ago when John F. Kennedy it was requirements that you had to pass phys ed and you had to do it under certain times. So as the years got closer, these physical specimens started to get lazy and obese and don't care about their health and their nature and their form. I was a 300-pound man on a chair, sitting down, eating Oreos, beef patties, ice cream, and playing fucking video games. So you mean to tell me my time, my hard work, my dedication that I put into this gym, cardio, and taking this commitment means that, oh, I'm on steroids, then so be it. And then another thing, I don't use steroids because I fear what would happen to my heart. I have 2 family members, and it runs in the family, that passed away from a heart failure because their heart, pumped, the lower valve doesn't close. So it was 2 males in our family already, and I'm not going to take that risk. So at the end of the day, they can say I'm using steroids and all this other shit because they fear the unknown and they can't appreciate what's possible. It's impossible because they can't do it, if that makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense.
So if they want to say I'm on steroids, cool. I'm on steroids. You can say I'm on steroids. At the end of the day, I'll piss 1,000 times. They take in my blood. The past 3 years, nothing's been in my system, and I'm not going to have to keep proving myself. There are no fucking cycles. And then the worst part is these dummies are talking shit. I didn't know what steroids were until I was asked at the gym if I was using steroids, and I don't know ways of taking steroids, but the only way that I know of so far, because I don't even research the shit, is through needles, and I fucking hate needles. When they take my blood, I damn near pass out. So it's like, you sit here and make these assumptions because they can't do it. It's not the more so fact of me on steroids. It's the fact that their lazy ass is so busy saying I'm on steroids. The time that you're taking to critique me as a human being, you could be taken to go spend that 5-10 minutes on the fucking treadmill.
There you go.
I post my workouts. I post my progression. I show the shit of what's going on. So there's no fucking secret. The only secret is stay consistent with your fucking diet. Drink your water. Stop fucking complaining. Stop looking for a shortcut or a magic pill because there is none. And put in the fucking work.
There you go. See, I'd rather be lazy and do steroids, to be honest with you. That's just me being honest. So now we know you're not doing steroids. So, all right, there you go.
Wonderful,
Listen,
wonderful.
I tell you what, if you ran for president, I'd vote for you, for God's sake. You're a very well-spoken person.
Man, just gotta be blunt, like these people are just haters, man. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, you see where I come from. I was a big boy and I lost this weight. You think I want to be this big? No lie. I was trying to fight like 185, 170. I couldn't get down to it because my body wouldn't allow it. Like, I've been running. I was at a point where I was been running for almost an hour, 2 hours on a treadmill at a pace just to burn muscle. And you see now I'm walking, 216 now. That's as low as I can get healthy. Like, what more do these people want?
There you go. Willliam Knight is live with the MMA-Holes. He is fighting this Friday at Twin Rivers Casino. big fight over here coming up, and it looks like we have another donation coming in. I'm going to play this donation, and I do want to talk about this upcoming fight because it should be fire. We're going to be in the building for this thing. I cannot wait. Jess, you excited for this?
I'm excited for every fight. Of course I'm excited for this. This is Willliam Knight.
Hell yeah.
The Nightmare, man. The best nickname in the game, and you can't beat it. Here we go. Here's the donation coming in. Let's see what Vlad has to say.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
What it do, baby? What up, Kawhi? Good game last night. Cam out draining them buckets.
Wait, no, this is not Kawhi Leonard. This is Willliam Knight. What the hell? Come on, get out of here.
Wonderful.
Anyway, I don't know what's going on. William, could you believe these people? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. Let's talk about the fight coming up on Friday. I cannot wait for this fight. This is a big one here. Why should people tune in? This is on Fight Pass. You're on the main card, William?
Yeah, co-main event. I know.
Now, what's going on here? Gotti couldn't fight, but the real fight is over here, right? Willliam Knight versus Marvin Skipper. Tell me what's going to happen in this fight. How bad are you going to hurt this man?
Like, people don't realize, man, I got that mindset to destroy you by all means. You know what that means? Regardless of if I hurt myself, regardless if I'm rocked, I don't give a fuck. By all means, my job is to neutralize the person in front of me. So regardless of round 1, maybe round 2, round 3, depends on how I'm feeling or if I want to have fun. I've been training since I came back from Vegas. So maybe I want to have some fun with my new tools I learned. Or maybe I just want to get in and out and just get on to the next one. But we're going to have to see them on Friday. We're going to have to see on Friday. And maybe how this weigh-in goes. You know, this weigh-in depends on how he stares me down or how the energy vibes between us like a Contender series. Contender series, that stare down fucking ignited a flame in me. I was like, yo. And then you had his coach, like King Mo in the background, running his mouth. That shit made that victory oh so beautiful after I got it. And then the best part was I was in my mind like, yo, I need to finish him. I don't want no decision because if it goes to the judges, I know what's going to happen. They were shooting for him. They wanted him to win. I'm going to finish him. I don't care if there's 3 or 2 seconds on the clock. I tell people all the time, I can win a fucking fight for 3 rounds. All it takes is 2 seconds of the final round to put somebody to sleep.
Well, I tell you what, we didn't fall asleep. We were screaming and yelling. I couldn't even believe it. I believe you were in a little bit of trouble going into that 3rd round, but you didn't believe it. You took him out. You had him right where you wanted him.
You know what? I lost. I believe the 1st round I lost, 2nd round I stole. So the 3rd round, I don't know where anybody got anything from because I was doing the significant strikes and all he did was getting takedowns. The ground and pound wasn't landing. You see my face. I left with no injuries, no hurt, nothing. So to land, you have to land significantly. You're not hitting my shoulders. I got some big-ass shoulders. I block my face all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's like the same with Terrence. People were scared. Oh, you're in these... Like, yo, listen. People make the most mistake when they're in the dominant position because they like to rush. I'm the most calm dude you'll ever come across when it comes to the ground game. You don't see me going crazy. You don't see me rushing. Look at all my fights. You were there. You were at most of my fights. What do I do when I go to the ground? I'm composed, chilling, and talking to my corner about what we're going to eat after the fight.
You could be one of the most relaxed fighters I've seen live. You really are. Like, it's pretty wild. Even when you walk into the cage, you're just smiling and dancing and just kind of just cool the whole time. It's amazing. How do you keep that composure?
That's just me. That's me. They say a fighter, his skill set is based on his lifestyle. That's just who I am, man. That's just me.
Okay. I see in the chat, there are a lot of people yelling out Jon Jones. Jon Jones is the biggest story tonight. He's actually been on this show as well. He's walked away from us a couple times. You've been on way longer than him, so you have more seniority than Jon Jones. Do you have your eyes set on this man? He says he's bored with light heavyweight. Do you look to get into that UFC, kick the door open, and go after Jon Jones? Is that the plan?
Yo, you know what got me into fighting? It wasn't more so just my grandmother and me having a skill set. It was the aspect of that person being at the top and just the shit he says, the shit Jon Jones says, the shit Bobby Lashley said when I watched that fight on Bellator, When I seen that fucking fight on Bellator, I was like, yo, I want to fight. When I seen Jon Jones wipe this dude up, it wasn't even DC, it was the fight before that. When I seen him clean up DC the first time, I was like, yo, I like this shit. I like competition. I like where his mindset is. Like, people are like, oh, you're not ready for Jon Jones. Is that your assumption is because you're not ready. Don't tell me what the fuck I'm ready for. Y'all gave me all these undefeated people that y'all said was going to beat me, and I came out victorious. I finished these people. I have a 100% finish rate. Don't tell me what the fuck I'm ready for. And especially the fact I'm holding back and just in there having fun makes me also more dangerous. I'm in there having fun when people are like, yo, I take this serious. This is my life. This ain't my life. I like fucking fixing cars and playing video games and eating junk food. Like, come on, man. I go in there because that's my getaway. That's my high. Some people smoke. Some people use drugs, which they shouldn't. People use all sorts of things which they shouldn't be putting in their fucking body because that's just crazy. I get that adrenaline rush when I get hit. I get that adrenaline rush when they lock the cage doors and the ref says, fighter, are you ready? I get that fucking high. That shit is like, yes, let's go. And then when you connect and we're actually engaged into the fucking fight, rap, man. This game, set, and match. But as for Jon Jones thing, man, hopefully he's around. Hopefully he doesn't go to heavyweight. Maybe he'll get into some trouble. I don't care what it is. But, yes, that's the ultimate goal, is to destroy him. And then he's going to ask for the rematch, and I'm going to destroy him again. So y'all won't say it's a fluke.
There you go.
That's where I'm at. That's why everybody's losing the way they're losing, because they're not my target. My target's him, and I'm going to do what I need to do to get there. You see history repeats itself. Every sport I touch, I get to the top. So
there you go. Willliam Knight live with the MMA-Holes. He's lighting it on fire. The chat room seems like they're fancying you right now. I think they're liking it. You're fighting Friday, CES 59, Twin River Casino. Come by. The MMA-Holes will have a booth over there. We're going to be rooting you on, of course. We're not supposed to be. We're supposed to be unbiased, but we're biased. We want you to win this fight, Willliam.
Definitely, yo. You man, you met me in the peak or the prime time, but let's put something else in perspective. If you guys seen PFC this week that passed, what did you guys see that my little creation and that we have in common? My little cousin Tyler.
There you go. I just pulled him up on the screen right here. Your cousin over here. What's going on with him now? Tell me about him. He fought at Premier FC.
Do you see how his body looks?
Yeah, he looks like me, man. I tell you what, we look the same.
Right? That's what everyone says. You know why? Hard fucking work. What do you see him doing with me every morning? Every post you see him grinding with me, training with me, grinding with me. So let me guess, he's using steroids too, right?
Everybody's on steroids. There you guys are over here.
The boy's here. He's right here. You guys can get a chat with him because, you know, he's the next upcoming thing at 125. And I guarantee you, he will follow exactly in my footsteps and do it better than I am. Here he is right here.
All right. Here's Epic Matt X coming in over here. Willliam Knight's cousin. And he just fought at Premier FC. He got a big win. Tyler Epic Maddox. Tyler, what's going on?
What's going on? How you doing?
We're good, man. Thanks for coming on here. We spoke to your cousin. He's on fire. I mean, he's got to be a pretty big inspiration for you with the mixed martial arts.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a major fire. I am the fire. As a matter of fact, is how I feel seeing him train, fight, watching clips, everything. It just gets me. Like, even now, like, I feel like I'm about to fight right now, and I just fought Saturday. I'm still hyped.
That's good stuff. Now, tell me about this fight that happened at Premier FC.
Oh, yeah, Premier FC. It was my second amateur match, coming off of a loss, which I didn't deserve my first match, but I had a hell of a fight. Won unanimous decision, 30-27 all 3 rounds, and just enjoyed it.
How did it feel having Willliam in the corner? Was he were you able to hear him while you were competing? Was he the loudest one in the room?
Yeah, it's like you really don't hear anything else except for what matters. I heard a few supporters in the crowd that stood out, and I heard him too. And during the fight, I kept the fight in my side of the cage versus being in the deep waters of the enemy's side of the cage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it definitely helped a lot with what I was doing. Like, it made me, realize that things could be different, especially in different settings.
Now, how many, forgive me for not knowing this, but how many MMA fights do we have under the belt?
I just had my second fight Saturday.
Okay, so 2 fights in, fighting at Premier FC. Now you see what your cousin did, starting out at Premier FC, and now look at him fighting in front of Dana White. He's got a big fight on Fight Pass this Friday. Do you look to follow in his footsteps, or are you setting your own path over here?
I absolutely have to create my own path, but I'm definitely following everything he tells me because I know it's better for me. He's already on the path. He's already where he's at. He can definitely tell me everything I need to know and to get me to where I need to be.
Okay, now how quick are you looking to turn it back around and get back into the cage?
I actually have a event set up for January coming next year. The 4th.
All right. Reality fighting. All right, good stuff over here. And you like to stay around the local scene?
Yeah, I can't necessarily say I have a preference because I only have 2 fights.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love it. I love to fight.
There you go.
That's all I can really say.
Now, why?
Ever since wrestling in high school, I just love to compete.
What would you say to the MMA holes why they should tune into your next fight? What could they look for?
It's going to be fireworks. It's going to be incredible.
That's some good stuff.
Reality January 4th is coming. Mohegan Sun, I'm ready for it.
Good stuff. Well, hey, listen, I'm looking forward to checking out what you got in store, and good luck in the future. We got a couple of questions from the chat that Jesse would like to ask for Mr. Knight, and we gave you a follow over there, Epic Matt, and this is how you follow him. It's Epic_MATTX on Instagram.
Yeah.
Any other shout-outs on Twitter or anything like that where we can find you?
Facebook at Epic Maddox and Instagram, Epic Maddox.
All right. Well, Tyler, thank you for coming on, and we'll finish it up with Willliam real quick. Will we see you this Friday at the fight?
Yep, you'll definitely see me there.
Okay. Stop by the booth. We'll say hi.
Oh, thank you.
All right. There he is, Tyler.
Yo.
Okay, Willliam, we're going to put you in the hot seat real quick and then let you go. Jesse has questions from the chat room. The live chat is on fire right now. They got to meet your cousin. So, Jesse, what do we have here for Mr. Willliam Knight?
Are you ready for this, Willliam?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Much.
All right, I'll start you off with an easy one. One person wants to know, Nate or Masvidal?
Masvidal.
All right. What do you plan?
All day.
What do you plan on doing down the line post MMA career?
I like to race cars and stuff, so mostly like building cars and stuff, building cars and racing.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever heard that one before. Building cars. All right.
Yeah, Lebanon Valley, man. We got a 10-1 Civic already that we built, but we just got to push more so we can get sponsors and start making like first place, second place, third place money.
All right. Now I got a zinger for you. Does anyone ever call you the Dark Knight?
Yes, all the freaking time. They call me the Dark Knight, and I'd be like, nah, man, Nightmare.
All right. What's your opinion on the BMF title? Do you think that it kind of takes away from champions?
Yeah, I mean, I don't believe in that title. That's just some crazy shit. If anything, they should have just fought their way up to fight for the actual title. There's no baddest motherfuckers. That shit's just stupid. This isn't the WWE.
I concur completely. What do you like better, or which do you like better? White chicks, Asian chicks, or Latina chicks?
Why you gotta look at me like that? I would have to go with the last one.
Latina.
The Latinas, man.
All right. It was a genuine question, I promise. How would you like Brock Weaver for your UFC debut?
Brock Weaver's my homie, man. We're in 2 different weight classes, but he's a beast. He's a savage by nature, man. That shit'll be dope.
All right. Do you have a specific diet that you follow? So keto or anything like that when it comes to your weight cut?
No, I don't. So I'm real like oblivious to the world of like these words and phrases, but my diet literally is chicken breast, broccoli, and low carbs, and 2 gallons of water a day.
Wow.
And I'll eat 4 ounces of chicken, 4 ounces of broccoli, a third cup of rice with 2 gallons of water a day. But I would eat 5 times a day every 2 hours, and then I do intermediate fasting from 9 p.m. to 2 p.m. and that's every day for the past almost 3 years.
Oh, wait.
That sounds miserable.
No pizza?
It is miserable, but it's rewarding too.
Yeah.
Now, I see you posting on Facebook about how you get very frustrated when people ask you questions about your weight cut and things like that, or like just silly questions that are common sense, right? But one question that I noticed that you don't put on there, and this was NH's question, is what do you look forward to eating after your weight cut is over and after the fight is finished? What is your favorite food or dessert that you run to?
Now we're asking those good questions. So after a weight cut, I would go get pho, a bone broth, because that shit rehydrates you like crazy, like literally the bone broth. So I'll get pho, one peanut butter Snickers, 1 bag of Doritos, and I believe it's the it's like a citrus energy drink. It's like citrus though. That's what I would get.
Okay. Is it like Emergency?
Nah, it's like a BCAA one or a Monster, I believe. There's a Monster no sugar, and then there's also the BCAA. It almost tastes like Mountain Dew.
All right. Now, what do you think about Israel Adesanya?
That man's not human, yo. You gotta realize that guy, he comes from a background of just killing, man. Like, man's a murderer. Yes, he did kickboxing, most of his stuff, but when you're in that aspect of fighting, that shit prepares you for that killer mindset. Because all you're doing is headhunting for a whole round, and then it's like, boom, now you're in 4-ounce gloves. Dudes are going to try to shoot it on you. You don't got really much to worry about because their stand-up probably won't compare to yours. That man's a savage, man. I don't take nothing from him.
All right, I have one more for you, and then we got to play 2 donations. CC 2.0 wants to know, who would he fight if he could choose?
Who would I fight if I could choose?
Yes.
Does it have to be one person, or can it be 2 people?
Go with 2.
All right. First one I want to shut down is Greg Hardy, because he's a hype train. A lot of people are riding his wave right now. They either love him or they hate him. And in their prime, I would love to fight Rampage Jackson.
Ooh, that would be fun. Huh? Rampage.
It's a tough opponent.
William Knight's here live. He's got a fight coming up this Friday at the Twin Rivers Casino. We're going to play 2 donations here, and then we're going to let you go. Before I play these donations, William, when are we going to play Fortnite?
Man, I don't even have time for video games, man. Like, I play Marvel Contest of Champions on my phone. That's about it.
Okay, maybe we'll hit you up on that. All right, here we go. Let's play these donations over here for the Nightmare. I'll get these things through. Okay. And this one here is coming in from Roberto Hernandez. And let's see what Roberto has to say. Maybe it's not working. All right, Jesse, if you could read this donation from Roberto Hernandez.
Okay, Roberto says, what's more important to him, money, fights, or the belt? Nate versus Jorge, an example of a money fight. So which one is more important to you?
What do you mean, like, what's more important? You said money, fighting, or the belt?
Yes.
To me, fighting is more important. I just love fighting. You can ask the man next to you. I fought, 8 times alone in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. It's all about the fighting. And we have another donation coming in. Let's play this one. All right, this one's going to go through.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
This is from Vlad.
No way a guy named Skipper is beating William Knight. The Nightmare's overall power and blackness will give him the edge. William in under 2 rounds via KO.
Oh, there we go. There's a prediction from the chat. What do you think about that? A man named Skipper cannot beat you. It's impossible, right?
I mean, Melvin Skipper is not beating anybody.
I like that.
He cracks himself up.
That's awesome. You know, it's funny. I was speaking to Louis Serrano about this whole situation, and he's like, listen, this guy Melvin, Marvin, excuse me. Marvin, no, I'm calling him Melvin. Marvin Skipper he's a big boy. Is this one of the biggest guys you fought?
No, I fought Howard. Walter Howard was what, 6'5", 225 pounds. Like, let's get real.
Yeah, so you're not intimidated by size.
Hell fucking no. What is size, yo? Size means nothing to me. I have power with endurance. What more can you get? I could slam the man 50 times consecutively with the same duration of power. He'll probably do it once and be exhausted. That's what's wrong with them. They get exhausted. What is their size if they get exhausted? I get all happy because I'm going against these people, and then they grapple me, and I'm listening to their fucking lungs collapse in my ear, and I'm just telling them right back to them, like, you're tired already? You're tired? I'm going to fuck you up. I tell these people that in the cage.
There you go. I wish I was half the man you were, for God's sakes. You got it all. You got everything going on here. You got the looks, you got the skills, you got everything here, William Knight, and you are 5-0, looking to become 6-0. Why should people tune in to CES this Friday?
Tune in to CES Friday. You know, it's my first fight under the UFC. Plus heavy hitting Rebello with his title defense. He's coming back, I believe, as the main event. And there's a few other people on the card, but. Yeah, CS 59 is gonna be a good card from my understanding. It's gonna be a real good card.
Yeah, it's pretty fiery over here. We'll be over there at the Twin Rivers Casino this Friday. I'm looking forward to it. William, thank you for coming on, and shout out to your sponsors. Now's the time to do it.
Sponsors, dang, what's my sponsor's name? I just got one too. Hold up, wait, I want to tell you. Hold on, I want to tell you that I got this thing right here. It just hooked me up this weekend. So I want to shout out to my sponsor, Sweet Heal. They just chopped it up with me this weekend at Premier FC. Got to check out some more of their stuff. They deal with CBD oils, massage oils, the whole nine. You know, look into them at www.sweetheal.com. Check them out. Other than that, shout out to Thornton's Mixed Martial Arts and Fitness. That's the facility I train out of in New Hartford. My grappling movement over there at Bushido in Manchester, and my strength and conditioning facility, Iron Will Fitness. If they're asking me what steroids I'm on Iron Will Fitness. That's what I'm on.
There you go. God damn, you got me all fired up. I can't wait for this fight. By the way, stop by the MMA-Holes booth, and if we could squeeze you into a XXL shirt, it's yours. How's that sound?
Let's go.
All right, William, good luck this Friday. We're looking forward to see your fight, and we'll talk to you soon.
Definitely no luck. All hard work, baby.
All right, be good. William the Nightmare Knight. There he is. William Knight coming on the show. Jesse, what do you think about the Nightmare?
Gotta love him.
He's great. We should have him on more. We really should. This guy is fired up. He is now 5-0 off the Contender Series, and he is looking to make a statement at CES. This will be on Fight Pass. This will be on Fight Pass. He's on the main card, the co-main event. So tune in. We'll be live at the event over there, and it'll be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. So if you're just jumping in, you missed William Knight, run it back. If you missed Big Nog, Mr. Chris over here, run it back immediately. Let's get into the news over here. Back into the news. We'll be live for this fight as well. But JBH, the Conor McGregor story that everyone wants to talk about. What do we got here, Jess?
All right.
It's the news. There he is.
Yeah. So the Conor McGregor story that I have is about him announcing his UFC return. But there is one story that I have failed to pull up, apparently. So just give me a minute.
What's going on, Jesse? All right? What's going on?
I thought I had all the news stories pulled up, but apparently there's one.
There's one missing?
About the BMF belts and.
Well, shit.
And I guess I might have skipped past it when I was pulling up the articles. Here we go.
There it is. Boom. Look at that. Professional show here. We run the best show
All right.
on the internet.
According to MMA Mania, the UFC secretly asked Conor McGregor to approve the final design of the BMF belt. Perhaps Power Punching Irishman or the Power Punching Irishman forgot he was submitted by Nate Diaz, who will fight Jorge Masvidal for the BMF title in the UFC 244 pay-per-view main event in November, or that he hasn't competed since getting tapped out by Khabib Nurmagomedov in fall of 2018, but the promotion did ask him to design the belt that will match that one-off title.
This is my worst nightmare, Jesse. This is my worst nightmare because I said, listen, everything else, nothing is proven. We don't know what's going on, the whole rape thing. I don't know. I saw him punch an old guy in a bar, but who knows what the old guy said to him? Maybe the old guy's a real dick. He deserved it. I fucking don't know. So what if he threw a hand truck through a fucking bus window? Who cares? He's Conor, for God's sake. But the BMF thing, him helping design the belts, goes against everything I believe in. Goes against everything.
He's not fighting for it.
I know, but now he's designing this piece of shit. Now, I don't know. Maybe this is just him just throwing shit out there. Do you think the UFC really went to Conor McGregor and was like, hey, help us design this thing?
I think he took part in something.
Oh, my God.
For sure.
Is she saying yes? I don't know, man. I think he's full of shit. I'm hoping he's full of shit over here. I said this before. If he fights for the BMF belt, I'd be very upset. I don't mind him fighting the winner of the belt. I don't give a shit. But him wrapping a BMF belt, a two-time UFC champion, 145, 155 champion, putting a BMF belt around? No, don't do it, Conor. Please don't do it for me. What's the story?
Well, here's what he said to MMA Junkie. He said, quote, I designed that bad motherfucker belt. I actually designed that. I signed off on the design of how they are creating that belt. So most certainly that belt was brought into fruition, brought to life because of me, the real bad motherfucker. So most certainly one of those men is on my radar. McGregor, who's 31 years old, fought just once over the last 3 years and continues to waste his fighting prime on outside endeavors like Irish whiskey and elder abuse, but probably because he already made his millions as a cage fighter and a part-time boxer. We don't think anyone begrudges the notorious for making bank and then jumping ship, something this rich prick, quote-unquote, did back in 2017, but this is the fight game, and if you're going to talk the talk, then you gotta walk the walk. So otherwise, you're no longer the man, according to Dana White.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, I see a glimmer of hope in the chat. I see I am not the only one here. There are a couple people in that chat room that are still Team Conor. Now, it's a sinking ship, right? The BMF thing I think is ridiculous. I think it's so silly, but I understand why they do it. They want to make that money. They want to sell pay-per-views and the whole thing. But I hope the UFC does what they say they're going to do. They're going to have a one-off BMF belt. You throw it around the waist. You call it a day. I do not want to see this thing reoccurring because it's too WWE for me. And if it does happen and they keep having this BMF thing and then Conor's fighting for the BMF belts, it's going to lose me. It really is. It's just, if I wanted WWE, I would watch the WWE. It just ruins a good fight. Masvidal versus Nate Diaz is fun. That's a good fight. Why do you got to fucking add a fantasy belt to it? It really doesn't make any sense, and that ruins the sport. A lot of people are like, how could you root for a guy that has antics outside of the cage? You got your Jon Joneses. You got your Conor McGregor. You got Mike Tyson back in the day, right? I don't give a fuck what they do. I don't care. Unless they're a complete horrible person and he is a convicted rapist. He's not. But unless he is a convicted rapist, then I'll say, okay, I can't root for this guy. But other than that, you get in trouble, you get drunk, you do stupid things, you punch an old guy. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? All I want to see is the best compete against the best, or the most interesting fights happening inside the cage. When it comes down to it, it's two men, two women competing in a cage, beating the fuck out of each other. That's what we're watching, and that's what I want to see. Okay? When it comes to what's going on outside, I don't give a shit. I really don't give two fucks. So that's that. Anyway, this designing of the BMF belt, Jesse. Yes. Conor getting his hands on this thing. Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to come out of this?
I think it's going to end in Masvidal or Diaz winning and them or Conor calling out the winner to fight for the BMF title. I think that's what's going to happen.
You gone?
Oh, hold on a second. We got a donation coming. I got to turn those donations back on. Jesse, I'm sorry.
Just kidding. Of course he is. Fuck that.
Yeah, we'll get this back in. By the way, I had the donations down. We're going to put them back up real quick over here. That's Conor Hernandez coming in with the donation. We're going to play that again so you can hear it. And Jesse, hold that thought. Keep that thought together as this donation. Actually, finish your thought. I'll replay the donation.
No, I just think Conor's going to challenge the winner for the title.
So do you think that he will
fight for the BMF belt?
The BMF belt,
Yes.
that's next. I hope you're wrong. I really do. Let's get this donation in. You probably are right, though. Conor Hernandez.
Stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
Should Aljamain Sterling get a title shot? Should the flyweight division be gone? Is there life on Mars? Is Paulo Costa really a bitch? Haha, just kidding, of course he is, fuck that guy. Gaylord head movement.
Gaylord.
Conor, thank you for the donation. Aljamain Sterling. Yeah, I do believe he does deserve a title shot. The problem is he got injured, and now you have Frankie Edgar, you have Jose Aldo going down to 135. That division's getting so jammed up. Aldo is going to get pushed to the side if he can't get himself back in the mix. I hope he does fight for a title, but it's not looking good with these guys going down to 135. But now Uriah Faber, we can go into that story next. But Uriah Faber, moving up the rankings, that just makes it more difficult for Aldo if he sits out. So, do you think he deserves a title shot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now my mind's starting to change a lot. I used to be very anti-title shot, but I've been looking into it a little bit, and I you know what? I get it. I think it would be okay.
All right, let's wrap this Conor thing up in the chat because I know a lot of people are fired up about this thing. Jesse just spoke about it and said that Conor Hernandez, Conor McGregor they went to him for the BMF, the design of the BMF belt. Will he fight for that belt? What is next for Conor? Let us know in the chat. You can't shake this man from the news.
Whiskey Dragons' his favor doesn't deserve shit. He's had 3 title shots and bombed each time. Protract Conor is done and dusted. Just another biter fighter. CC says BKFC is sick, man. Honest question, do you really like BKFC or is it just business? We like it. I like it a lot.
Is it business? What does he mean? Like,
I think he's asking, do we really like it or are we just streaming it because we have to?
No, I enjoy it. I actually enjoy it more than Bellator. And Bellator's this weekend. I enjoy bare knuckle more.
CC says Conor 8-3 for the BMF belt. Travis Tabor says if the belt is green, he designed it for sure.
You think Shamrock's on it?
Birdman says Faber deserves it. If he beats Jan, he's the boogeyman.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo, anything to keep this bum in the headlines. A headline king champ who rapes a little.
Was he raped by McGregor? Do you think Kainoto?
He's talking about Conor.
No, I'm saying, do you think Kainoto was raped by McGregor though?
Why?
I mean, he knows a lot about it.
Well, a lot of people seem to know a lot
about it. You think McGregor touched Kainoto when he was a kid or some shit? I don't know. It's possible. All right, let's go into this Uriah Faber story. Where the fuck is it? Where did Faber go?
Skipped it.
Where is he at? There he is. All right, so fighting Mr. Peter Yan, this throws him right in the mix again. Yeah. What's this story over here?
Well, it's not really a story. Brett Okamoto just tweeted that UFC 245, it is in the works. Faber versus Yan, not official, but in the works for December 14th in Las Vegas. He said it's a huge fight for both. Faber's trying to chase down his 5th UFC title shot. Yan is chasing his 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Drunk Savage saying Faber's in trouble here, and you got to think, right?
I agree. I think Peter Yan's going to run him over.
Has Uriah Faber ever been run over, though?
I think Peter Yan is going to do some damage.
I do believe that Yan would win this fight. I do. But for some reason, Faber, you can't really finish the guy. Maybe it's that ass chin. I don't know. He's tough, and he's a lot older now, so it would be interesting to see how he stands against Yan. I kind of like this fight, though. You don't throw him in a belt fight. You throw him in something like this. This catapults him. If he gets the win, he's right back in that fucking mix. So this is the first time I could say Faber's next fight I'm looking forward to in his return. You like it?
I'm not a big fan of Faber, so I could care less, to be honest.
So you don't like this fight, huh?
I like the fight. I think it's a good matchup, but I could care less about Uriah Faber. So.
Well, like what Berman said too, Faber looked good against Simone. You gotta show him respect, or he'll make you pay. I mean, he did. I can't take anything away. That fight shocked the hell out of me. How he fought Simone. He looked great. Maybe Simone underestimated him. Thought he was just an old man, but he came in there. He did the job and dominated really. And Peter Yan is extraordinarily tough. So if he can beat Peter Yan, I mean, here we go. You got a circus of a 135-pound weight class. What else do we have in the news, JBH?
According to MMA Mania, Conor McGregor... Oh, I already read that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
According to MMA junkie Jon Jones, asks Tony Ferguson if he's feeling suicidal in response to his call-out and apologizes for the tweet.
Yeah, what is this? What's going... Was he calling out Jon Jones? Am I seeing things here?
Let me tell you. Jon Jones responded to Tony Ferguson's call-out late Tuesday night, and when he did, he cut deep. Ferguson, the former UFC interim lightweight champ, took to Twitter earlier Tuesday in the wee hours of the morning and issued an out-of-nowhere call-out of Jones referencing a something that may or may not have happened with the UFC light heavyweight champ in college. Jones, blindsided by this, responded with a quote tweet.
You can't stop the Siberian Express. Choo-choo, motherfuckers.
And Sis and Gron
That Willliam and his cousin are two wholesome, well-spoken guys. I wish them and Balky all the success in the world. And Chris and Jesse, kudos to you for putting on this quality program for us this evening. Shout out Michael Anzalone and Wop Bobaloo Bop.
Full off bamboo. Well, thank you, Ansis and Granu.
Did Ansis and Granu just donate?
Yeah, I missed it.
I pissed during the Ansis and Granu donation.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. And Sis, and that's a shout out to the people that stayed here the whole stream. And Sis and Granu. Thank you.
Jones was blindsided by this and responded with a quote tweet in which he seemingly took a shot at Ferguson's well-documented mental health issues from earlier this year, saying, quote, "Wait, when did this beef start? I thought you were cool. You over there feeling suicidal, Tony?" When Jones's tweet was met with heavy criticism from fans, he deleted it after about 30 minutes and issued an initial apology that has also since been deleted. He said, quote, "Definitely should have used a better choice of words. Deleted that last tweet. My fault. I'm sorry, guys." Jones followed up that apology tweet with a second one saying, quote, "Definitely knew nothing about my guy having any mental health issues. I do now, though. I apologize for my response back to him and moving on." When a Twitter user expressed doubt about Jones playing ignorant, Jones fired back with a quote tweet doubling down that he never knew of Ferguson's recent past, saying, quote, "Yeah, bro, I just show up and kick a few asses a few times a year. Don't really sit around and read other fighters' sick articles," right? Ferguson's case became public last March after MMA Junkie broke the news of his wife filing a restraining order against him. In it, she described Ferguson's paranoid and delusional behavior, including that he kept throwing holy water at her and tearing up their fireplace because he believed someone was inside his walls.
I freaking love that story. I mean, it's messed up. I guess we could laugh now that he's fine, you know? But goddamn, it's one of the greatest stories ever.
She also said Ferguson pushed her and her mother. Ferguson's wife later dropped the restraining order after he received treatment. In May, he was cleared by the UFC to return and booked to fight Donald Cerrone in June at UFC 238, where he won by second round TKO.
Is his son still Jesus or no?
Well, he's got treatment now, so...
It would be great, though, if like he's lying to everybody, Ferguson, and he's like, "I'm completely fine," but when he sees his son... Like he wakes up in the morning, has breakfast, and his son's on an imaginary crucifix. He's like, "Jesus, be quiet. I know your secret." As he's scooping Cheerios into his mouth, he's like, I know your secret, Jesus.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. Ferguson is on a 12-fight winning streak, currently sits as the number one contender to the lightweight title. He's in line to challenge Khabib Nurmagomedov, who stated he'd like to make the fight in February or March 2020. Jones, meanwhile, had been hoping to fight once more this year after defending his title twice in 2019, but that appears unlikely to happen. He's now targeting a return for early 2020.
All right. Well, there we go. It's Ferguson, Khabib. Is it ever going to happen, or will someone slip in? What is going on here? I need to know, but who knows? We don't know. So, and Jon Jones going back and forth with Ferguson is bizarre. I kind of just want to brush past that.
Well, I figure since we are going to attend CES this weekend, it is only fitting that this news article makes it into the news tonight. John Gotti III has been forced out of the CES event this weekend with an eye infection.
That does suck, man. I was like, he's going to be there. He's going to be at the event, so apparently he's going to be walking around and hanging out. But, yeah, Gotti was making his main card debut, his Fight Pass debut, on this card coming up on Friday. Now, we do have Willliam the Nightmare Knight, which is going to be a fantastic fight. But Gotti being pulled from this thing does kind of suck. So what happened? His eye fell out? He lost his eye? He has eye aids?
He will have to wait a little longer to step into the cage for his 5th professional fight. He was scheduled to face Florida's Marcos Oloretta, 6-5, on the main card of CES MMA 59. However, an eye infection has forced the grandson of the infamous Italian-American gangster of the same name out of the matchup. CES 59 takes place Friday at the Twin River Casino in Lincoln, Rhode Island. The main card streams live on UFC Fight Pass. Gotti's father and manager, John Gotti Jr., issued a statement on his son's withdrawal via a CES press release Tuesday saying, quote, "He's brokenhearted. He had an amazing training camp. We had UFC veteran Dante Rivera in his camp with us, and he brought in some UFC fighters to train with John. He helped get John in top shape. Saturday was when he had the problem with the eye. We thought it would be good in 2 days, but it is a viral infection. It's a complete different protocol now. The kid is heartbroken. He wants to fight. He put so much energy into this. He's a warrior. He'd fight with one arm if he could."
Well, the card is not completely lost. On this card, and what's interesting, if I could pull it up over here, where is the card? The CES 59 event that's going down on Friday. We will be there, Rhode Island, Providence, at the Twin River Casino. So this Friday, if you want to hang out with the Holes, hang with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Come by and say hello. We'll be there. This card is interesting. There's ties to Triton fights on this card. Fighters that were on at Triton fights rolling over to this card over here. Willliam Knight is basically fighting for the UFC at the co-main event against Marvin Skipper. You have Greg Ribello, who is fought for the UFC, is fighting Parnell Davis. So champ shit going down in the main event. Heavyweights. Cody Nordby versus Blackshear. Ricci versus Lugo. Dueling versus Paiva. And the list goes on and on over here. So shout out to CES for putting on another interesting event. But it is unfortunate that Gotti will not be there. At least competing. He might be there in the seats, but not competing. What else do we have in the news, JBH? And we'll open up your packages.
Well, we already talked about Jose Aldo slimming down to bantamweight, so we don't really need to talk very much more into this. We got your opinion and my opinion and the chat's opinion, but that is what's happening. He's going to be moving down to bantamweight. He did kind of go back and forth with Cejudo a little bit, but nothing too dramatic.
Marlon Moraes. And yeah, there he is. He's showing off the six-pack over here, looking very drained. It's curious to see what he's going to turn into. Macy versus Paige. Is the fight official?
Well, not exactly. So Paige Van Zant, she issued a respectful challenge to 62 UFC females, just not Macy Barber.
She's shook. I think she's scared of Macy.
I do too.
Well, she has everything to lose if she fights Macy Barber. She has nothing to gain.
Macy Barber is dangerous too.
Yeah,
she's a very dangerous opponent. Now, Paige Van Zant is a strong proponent of respect in martial arts, according to her latest social media post. The subject of numerous verbal jabs from Macy Barber over the past week, Van Zant passively acknowledged the callouts in an Instagram post on Wednesday afternoon. Van Zant's Instagram post reads as follows, quote, "Lesson of the day, respect. One of the first lessons we learn in martial arts is respect. I respect those who have dedicated themselves to this profession and given it their everything to achieve greatness through showcasing their skill. I respect every female fighter tagged in this post. With that said, it would be an honor to share the cage with any of you ladies at 115 or 125. If any of you are interested, let at UFC and at McMaynard know because I'm healthy and ready to get back in there." Following the blurb, Van Zant tagged what appears to be every single female flyweight's Instagram handle. That's 62 fighters, to be exact. However, one is missing. Barber's name was left off of the list.
Wow.
Before and after her UFC on ESPN 6 fight against Jillian Robertson on Friday night, Barber made it clear she wants Van Zant next. The rivalry between Van Zant and Barber stretches back months. At one point, Barber even created and posted a fake Instagram DM conversation between herself and Van Zant's husband, Austin Vanderford. After Barber blitzed Robertson and earned a first-round TKO stoppage Saturday at UFC on ESPN 6, Barber called out Van Zant on the microphone during her post-fight interview with John Anik. In a post-fight media scrum, Barber stated, quote, "I will absolutely ruin Van Zant's Instagram career. These elbows hit hard, and they cut you up." According to a report by ESPN's Brett Okamoto, a bout between Van Zant and Barber has been offered to both fighters by the promotion. However, the former is not willing to accept that bout at this time. Van Zant has one more fight on her contract and has stated she is open to exploring her options. The full Instagram post by Paige Van Zant can be seen if you click the link, but It's just a picture of her.
She's 100% going to Bellator. Her husband's fighting over there. They're going to pay her. She can get easier fights. Go to Bellator. Make the money. She's going over there. I'm a fan of Macy. I like Macy's style. I like the way she fights. She's a fucking lunatic. She's calling out Paige Van Zandt. People are like, oh, you just want to, steal the spotlight. You want to what Paige worked for. You want to snag that from her. Of course she does. Of course. Macy's 21 years old. She's hungry. She's coming in there. She's not a puss. She's going in there to fuck people up. I like her style. I like her swag. I would love to see this fight, but Paige is not going to take that. I can't see her doing that. Unless they dump a boatload of money on her or something like that.
I hope that Paige is almost forced into a fight with Barber. It's
not going to happen. I mean, I would love to. I hope you're right. I hope that does happen.
I want to see Barber destroy her. I want to see her fucking destroy her.
I honestly, she's destined for Bellator. She's already complaining, saying that she makes more money on Instagram, being an Instagram model. Excuse me. Whoops.
Wonderful.
So, go to Bellator, get the easier fights. You'll get a little bit more glitz and glamour. You'll probably get more of a chance at a title shot over there. She's not a bad fighter, Paige. She's still very young. Go over there, be with your hubby.
Pedophilia said it best. Macy wants to be a champ. Paige wants to be an Instagram thought.
That's not true.
It is true.
Paige Van Zandt wants to be a champion. She does.
Then why isn't she fighting?
When she hit, she's hurt. She injured her arm.
She always seems to have something, right?
She does have a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
But when she came in, Paige, she was going for it. She was tough, But now it's kind of like she's whiny. She's annoying. Go to Bellator. No one wants you here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I'm Team Macy now. There's a new sheriff in town. And it's Macy Barber. What else? Oh, fuck.
According to MMA Fighting, Darren Till on Kelvin Gastelum saying Dana White tried to convince him not to take the fight. Darren Till doesn't believe in taking an easy path with his fight career, and that's why he's sought out Kelvin Gastelum despite protests from UFC President Dana White.
He looks like the kid from Bates Motel. And what is it? What was that doctor show we were watching with my parents? What the hell was that show called? With the kid that had he had autism? Yeah, what's that kid's name?
I don't know.
What's the show's name? The Good Doctor or some shit?
Yeah, I think.
Doesn't he look like that kid a little bit here?
A little bit because of his face.
Yeah. It looks like the autistic. Does he have autism, Darren Till? I mean, doesn't he eat his boogers or some shit? He looks like the Good Doctor. All right. Anyway, what do we got on him?
You know what's funny is every time Darren Till comes up, you have to shit on him.
No, I'm not shitting on him. I say he looks like the Good Doctor.
You said he looks like he has autism.
No, the Good Doctor has autism. Maybe he has autism too. I don't know. He eats his boogers, Jesse. I mean, that's not normal. Have you ever eaten your boogers?
No, but I'm saying, it's a little odd. You always make fun of something about his appearance.
Listen, the guy's eyes are very close together. He eats his boogers.
Sounds to me like a self-esteem issue.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like him. Anyway,
all right.
Okay.
Till, who in 2018 challenged unsuccessfully for the welterweight title, insists he doesn't understand the concept of trying not to fight the best opponents available. The recent middleweight title challenger Gastelum was the best option. Till told reporters this past Friday at a press conference in Nottingham, "A lot of people keep saying about me having big bollocks taking this fight, but I don't see it like that."
What is bollocks again? Is that balls?
Balls. Where we come from and how we train and how I am as a fighter, the mentality is that I'm here to fight the best. Win or lose, I'm here to fight all of these top fighters. I don't really understand that concept of an easy path or the easy fights. If that's the path you want, then you should look at another career. I'm coming off of 2 losses, and I've probably taken one of the most riskiest fights, not even in the middleweight division, but the whole UFC. I can't say enough about Kelvin. I've got nothing but respect for him, but I'm going in there to prove my worth against him.
Let me ask you this. Till gets knocked out by Gastelum. 3 knockouts in a row.
Well,
what do people say at 25 years old? I mean, a lot of people call it, when you get all these knockouts, they're like, all right, it's over. But now he's only 25 years old. Do you think people would be like, hey, call it quits?
It's funny.
What would they say?
It's funny you asked that because he followed that up with saying, I may well lose. It could be another knockout. There's nothing to really say about that. Either it is or it isn't. If I know what I'm good at and I do it, Kelvin won't touch me. He simply won't lay a glove on me. But then again, it could go either way, and he could be victorious on the night. We'll just have to see. So, yeah, that would be a 3rd loss, but at least I didn't take the shitbag route. I'm fighting the best.
Well, he is good at getting knocked out. He's pretty good at that. That would be crazy, man, if he got knocked out again. That'd be hard to watch, But it should be a good fight. Gastelum versus Till. That's actually pretty fiery. So tough one for Till. And we'll see how that goes down. What else we got? That's it? All right, Jesse, you're going to be rewarded. Now, we did have 2 interviews on this lovely show. We had Mr. Chris over here. Let's see. Chris is a Triton Fights extraordinaire fighter. He was on the show earlier. If you want to go back, check it out. Mr. Big Nog. Guariglia. Why can't I say that's an Italian name? Guariglia. Chris Guariglia. So there we go. Go give his interview a watch. And if you missed it, I don't know what you're doing. By the way, William Knight was on as well. The Nightmare. He's fighting at CES 59 from the UFC in front of the big lights on the big stage on Fight Pass. He'll be fighting at the co-main event this Friday. Go check out his interview. And JBH has some packages. This is the end of the stream, but we're going to go a little longer because, Jesse, explain what's in front of you.
Huh?
The Nationals are up 8-2. Holy shit!
Wonderful.
I like it. All right, what do you got there, Jesse, besides a
Packages.
knife? Packages. Now, who are these packages from?
I think 3 are from Drunk Savage and 1 is from Ann and Mike H.
Should I put some snow on the screen since it's like Christmas right now?
Sure.
I got to find the snow.
Well, you don't have to waste all your time.
All right. So thank you for joining us. 200 people hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
3 from the Savage. Damn.
So you guys are going to have to tell me who sent what, because this way I know who to write.
Okay, so Jesse is opening the box. What's in the box?
Uh-oh. This one's
Well, that's packed pretty good.
very tight in there.
Now, if you want to send Jesse something for our Halloween Village, there's limited time left, but the Village is filling up nicely. When are you going to send the final
Halloween.
product? On for Halloween? Okay. And each thing that's in the Village has the person's name who sent it. And Jesse is very happy about this Village. Very, very. We still have to get a Beetlejuice in there, though. Hopefully a Beetlejuice will be added to the Village.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on, Jess?
It's like...
Why don't you just cut the... You want me to cut the box? Yeah, here
No,
we go.
don't cut the box.
Pull the bottom. And teamwork! Making... Wow, this thing is in there. Jesse's sliding across the room. You need teamwork to make the dream work.
Don't break the box.
Oh. The fuck is in this thing? All right. So Jesse's going to open this thing up. We're going a little late tonight, so deal with it or you can leave. I don't care. By the way, slap the likes. What's going on? 200 people watching, 85 likes. That's we got to beat the ceiling one more time before we're done.
Okay. Who sent the Stormy Night Tree? Oh, this one has a face on it.
It's got a fucking face on it. It's got a face on it. It's a tree with a face.
Here we go.
Oh, the like spike. The people are like, holy shit, let's do it. Yeah, let's get to that hundo. All right, she's opening up the tree. Oh, look at this, Jesse. Show the people. That's a beautiful tree. Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Now, who's that from?
I think Drunk Savage, it looks like. Yep, Drunk Savage.
Drunk Savage. That's cool. I like that. It's pretty spooky. Let me see this thing. Yeah, it's neat. It's got a little fucking mouth on it. And this is going right into the Village.
Let me...
That's cool.
Drunk?
We got some lights on the thing, and the Village is looking very nice. So Jesse's marking Drunk Savage.
Okay.
I am Groot. I am Groot. All right, so she's putting Groot away.
I'll put Groot away. Will you do the honors, Moss? Just be careful.
Whoa. Got it.
While I
Put it
open
back
up the
on the
next one. All right, so this next one. See, that's the thing. It doesn't say who it's from, so that's one thing that kind of sucks. But you guys will help. Oh, I think this one's from Ann.
How about the nuts?
I think this one's from Ann.
Ann H. All right.
Ann, did you send the jokes over and the black cat bent? Oh, I love this one. This one's awesome.
Oh yeah, what is that? It looks like
All right, let's
Silence
see.
of the Lambs.
Is this Ann or Drunk?
Did you get my email? Yes, we did. We're gonna send yours. We sent everything out but yours. So yours is. We're gonna try to get it out. We have to get it out tomorrow. I think that's the last shirt. We send Life on Autopilot and who else? Someone else tonight. Can't remember. A lot of MMA-Holes swag.
So this is from Ann and Mike H. Check it out, Moss. Chris Cam it so I can open the other one.
Okay.
It's from Ann and Mike H.
Oh, that's cool. Look at that clown. I like that. It's pretty neat. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a clown. That's actually demented, and I like that. I like the more demented ones. I'm down with that.
Oh, so like the clown is from Anne and the cat is from Mike. Moss, you're gonna like this one. You like
cool.
cats?
Look at this, Department 56. The Halloween village is coming together very nicely. Sometimes I want to escape in the village, and here's the cat on the bench, just chilling. Black cat. There you go. So it's not a racist village. It's got a black cat in there, you know.
Okay, so this is Anne H.
Okay, look at that, Jesse. How nice of the community.
I know.
So if you're just jumping in, Jesse's opening up her pieces to her Halloween village. We had a Soul Sexy show, but the MMA-Holes are making Jesse's Halloween a spectacular one, sending her pieces to this village, and now we have a full-blown MMA-Holes village. I can't fucking... MMA-Holes village on top of our fireplace. It looks really cool. Ann H. Look at that, Ann. Thank you, Ann, Mike, and Drunk, for being so generous.
Okay.
All right. Oh, it's mail time. Oh, it's mail time. By the way, thank God we get to use our mailbox. That's great. It's really cool to use the mailbox. Makes us want to renew the box.
So these are from Drunk then.
Drunk Savage. This community is unbelievable. They really are, Sean. They really are. It's something else.
Oh, it's big.
It's a big box.
This is big.
Best community out there.
I bet it's a building.
It's a building. Well, we're gonna need a new fireplace. Look at that thing. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna get good, Jess. What do you got?
It's a pumpkin water tower. Oh. We got a water tower.
That's fucking cool. A water tower.
I'll take it out in a minute. I just wanna open up the rest.
Wow. Let me see that. Yeah, while you open up the other one.
Okay, take that.
Annual Pumpkin Festival, and it is a big tower with a pumpkin on it. Holy smokes. You guys, so all over the world, you guys celebrate Halloween? You guys go trick-or-treating? McGregor really designed the belt. Yeah, so Irish Titan, apparently he's claiming that the UFC contacted him, and he had part in the design. I kind of want to, when I found that out, I almost climbed to the roof and threw myself off. Okay, here we go.
Gotta take the foam out.
There's your tower. Wow. Look at that. That's pretty cool. This is from the Savage?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. Look at this thing. Look at Drunk Savage coming in like a boss.
Holy shit.
Wow. That's pretty nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Got a little tree on the side that can spread out. Wow, Jesse, this is pretty cool. This might be a winner here. You know what you should do? You should have a first, second, and third place. Like,
I wouldn't do that.
pieces
They've
of the
all been
village.
so generous.
Oh, yeah, they're
I
all
could
great.
never do that.
But you should. I think the community would like that, you know?
I love every piece.
Your top 3 pieces.
Nah, it's like my children. I love
come on.
every piece.
Come on, top 3 pieces. That's what I'm saying. That would be up there. It's pretty cool. MMA-Holes rule, yeah. Look at the cheap Chinese figurine. Nice. No, Kevin, this
is high quality shit, bro.
This is Department 50 what?
56.
Department 50. I didn't even know what that was until Jesse did this. I'm bringing a big MMA-Hole sign to BKFC. Travis, yes! Yes!
Wonderful, wonderful.
You show us that sign at BKFC, and we'll give you a T-shirt. That's awesome. That is awesome, yeah. Anyone that rocks the MMA-Hole shirt gets on TV.
The box?
Getting tangled. Anyone that rocks an MMA-Hole sign, and it's on TV, it's on an embedded or on bare knuckle, it's probably pretty easy to get on TV over there. Someone's doing an interview, you fucking throw it up in the air. You're getting yourself a shirt, for sure. For shizzle. When's the bare knuckle event that you're going to? Is it this weekend? Oh, no, it's in November, right? The Artem versus... And we got to get Caleb Harris back on, too. He's going to be rocking an MMA-Hole shirt. We have a new MMA-Hole here, Cole Lang. What's up, Cole? Welcome. You came to the mail time segment of the show.
One more. Oh, this one looks
That
like
stuff
a big
will be
one.
tradable in the future. Duke, you know what? Yeah, I was telling her we would never listen. We're already fucking it up because we're putting your names on the bottom. We're
I told him,
devaluing it.
there's no way I'm selling this stuff.
But this stuff will be worth something. Yeah, each year they come out with new things, and it's actually really cool that the MMA Holes are taking part in this. 100 likes. I'm going to beat up the ceiling while Jesse opens up the presents from the holes. Mail time with JBH. I got laid wearing my MMA-Holes shirt. Yeah, PBR.
I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes.
Yeah.
MMA-Holes 50 likes.
I've got
50 likes. You got 50 likes.
Who's 100?
50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. I've got 50 likes. You got 50 likes. We've got 50 likes. MMA-Holes 50 likes. The dislikes can choke on a dick.
There we go. Now, remember, if you are in Massachusetts, come by Friday. Twin Rivers Casino. It's super cheap. It's super easy to get there. For CES, it's on Fight Pass. We have a booth over there, and you could be hanging with us all night. We'll be chilling. We'll be doing the shirts over there. We'll be doing some recordings and stuff like that for the show. We'll try to have like a live stream surveillance camera thing going. We'll see how that works. But if you're in Massachusetts, come by Twin Rivers Casino on Friday and hang with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Massachusetts.
Uh-oh.
What do we got here?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesse's she's uh-ohing.
The Cave Club.
Oh.
It's so funny you got this drunk because I was going to get this for myself if nobody got it.
Oh, look at this.
All right, hold this, Moss. Okay.
Shout out to Felonies Charles Bennett. We got to get him back on for Shizzle before his next fight.
It comes with a little moon.
Ooh.
We have a moon now for the village.
Yeah, baby, moon me.
Okay. Did you say moon me?
Yeah. Born Bush's people are going all out on Jesse's Halloween town. I can't even.
This is not my Halloween village. This is the MMA-Holes Halloween.
It really is.
Without you guys, this thing wouldn't exist. You guys are completely responsible for this.
Yeah, I wasn't having any part of this. And the fact that you guys did this, you really made her Halloween.
It's great. It's the best.
Wow, look at this. What the hell is this thing?
It's the Cave Club for all the vampires.
Jesus Christ.
And it's got a little tree on the back of it here that you fold up and you make the branches extend out. It lights up.
Oh, it lights up too?
Oh, it's got a little door on the side. Explosives keep out. This is like that Quentin Tarantino movie with the vampire.
Titty twister.
Yeah.
Is that? Hold on. Let me see.
It's got like the back and everything.
Let me see this fucking thing.
Careful.
The titty twister? That would be great if it said the titty twister. The Cave Club.
Isn't that funny?
That is cool. So what goes on the back?
Oh, there's a tree right here that you fold out and you
cool.
make the branches wherever you want.
Look at that. This is Drunk Savage. Explosives keep out on the side of it. So there you go. Drunk Savage got the Cave Club. We'll mark you on the bottom of that. The Savage one is unbelievably wonderful, wonderful.
So NH, Mike Gage, and Drunk Savage, thank you guys so much for helping add to the village. I'll add it. I'll make a little video for you guys so you guys can see it. And Connor, Roberto, Lee W, Jean Paul, Frank Bavon.
That shit's going to be fucking...
Everybody is...
It's going to be wild. It really is.
It's crazy.
Where's got a
Batgirl.
Yeah, it's going to be a wild village. I can't wait for you guys to see the final product of this thing. It's going to be insane. I can't wait to watch Jesse put this together and take it apart every year.
I have fun. That's the difference.
She's good like that.
I have fun putting this stuff together.
Yeah.
It's like a release for me. I'm so happy.
That's so cool.
I can't wait.
Shout out to the MMA-Holes. Everyone in the chat, drop a wonderful for this beautiful community making Jesse's Halloween dreams come true.
You can just leave it here. I'll put it on.
All right. Okay, so we went a little bit later, but listen, if mail comes, we will, whatever comes our direction, we will open it live on air. So there's an address down below if you want to send us anything, or if you want to contribute to her Halloween village. She has the link in the description down below, and that's that. Okay, I think we got to get out of here now. Thank you so much for watching us. Tomorrow is Thursday. Jessie will be live for her fight briefing. You should fight brief CES too. You should double dip. No?
I don't really know how to do the research on those.
All right. We'll talk about it. So Thursday night, we'll be live on this channel. Jessie will be live. Friday will be CES. We'll be at the event. So come by Twin Rivers Casino in Rhode Island. And we will be in a hotel room live streaming the UFC events. And it's going to be dysfunctional, but we will be live for this. Maya versus Askren. So we're going to have an intimate fight buddies at 5 in the morning to probably 2 in the afternoon. I don't know, at 12 in the afternoon. I don't even know. So we'll be doing that. Thank you for joining us, friends. What a show tonight. And it really is a great community. All right, Jesse.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Oh, we did the 50 likes. I almost. You want to do it by yourself?
Nah.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go put the village together now.
Oh, she's pumped.
Yeah. All right. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.
take photos of el león.
Acumen.
Wonderful, wonderful.